Every night, I slap stinky mud on my girlfriend's feet, then sprinkle a pound of flour on them, then immediately pretend to sleep. And she wakes up at 2 a.m. every night, pulls out one of my hairs and sneaks out. So I follow the footprints she leaves on the ground. But I never expected, just when I was about to find out where she goes, I encountered on the roadside a little girl about to be hit by a huge truck. At the critical moment, I rushed over and saved her, but I was thrown over 10 meters away, barely alive. Just as my heart was about to stop, a cold, mechanical voice exploded in my mind. Ding! Tycoon System binding successful. Tycoon funds, 1 trillion. Deposited into host Ling Chen's black card. Obtained golden eye ability. Can perceive the value of all things. Read minds. Obtained Kuan boxing master level skill. Can fight. I snapped my eyes open. Felt my current body, filled with unprecedented power. I could even see and hear a Maybach speeding from 5 kilometers away. In less than 2 minutes, the black Maybach pulled up in front of me. A slender, straight leg wrapped in black stockings stepped out. She rushed frantically into the crowd. Duo, duo. Duo, duo. Where are you? The girl I saved. The girl burst into tears. The woman rushed over and hugged Duo, duo tightly. After confirming Duo, duo only had scrapes, she lifted her head and looked at me, her eyes filled with deep gratitude. Sir, thank you for saving Duo, duo. I am Su Wanxing from Su Group. May I ask what you need from me? The Su family, will pay everything we have, even if it costs our entire fortune. Ling Chen stared at the woman before him, her information displayed on his retina. Name, Su Wanxing. Age, 25. Identity, General Manager of Su Group. Net worth, over 800 billion. If it were before today, this would have been Ling Chen's best chance to turn his life around in this city. Cling to the Su family, get a huge reward. Even now, Ling Chen has 10 billion, still not even a fraction of the Su family's wealth. But Ling Chen just calmly looked at her, said one word, no need, then disappeared into the rainy night. Su Wanxing watched Ling Chen's retreating figure. Then she said to her assistant behind her, I want all his information within 3 minutes. He is my benefactor. Su Wanxing, will never let him just disappear. Back at home, Ling Chen fixed his gaze on 2 people on the wall. Ling Chen's golden eye memory recall function activated. Soon he learned the mastermind behind his parents' death was his stepmother, Wang Zhao, and his girlfriend, Chen Lu, sneaks out every night to meet a rich playboy. Good. Then I'll start with dealing with stepmother Wang Suifan. Then find Chen Lu. He will make Chen Lu and the rich playboy she caught, unable to even deliver takeout, forced to beg on the streets. Early the next morning, Ling Chen set foot into the Lin family villa. As soon as Ling Chen entered the Lin family villa, he heard smashing sounds from the hall, and Wang Suifan's hysterical screams. Stop smashing. I'll settle this soon. That Ling Chen brat. Sign the inheritance transfer. Then this villa will be mine. Then I'll have the money to repay you. A slap cut off his crying. Ling Chen pushed the door open and entered. The living room was a mess. The usually arrogant Wang Suifan was kneeling on the ground, hair disheveled, with a bright red handprint on her face. In the center of the living room sat brother, who, the underground loan shark boss of Jiangchen. Behind him were 4 thugs carrying steel pipes. Ling Chen strolled in leisurely, walking toward the center as if nothing was wrong. Brother, who saw Ling Chen ignoring him, instantly reached out to slap Ling Chen's face. Yo, so this is the useless eldest son? Ling Chen suddenly turned his head to look at brother, who, his information also displayed in Ling Chen's mind. Target, Zhao. Combat power, 65. Peak of normal human. Weakness, extremely superstitious and suffers from strange disease. Severe heart pain every midnight. Ling Chen didn't move, just said softly, if your hand touches my face, you'll never be able to pick up chopsticks again in this life. Also, doesn't your angina attack at exactly midnight every night? Brother, whose hand froze midair. This secret, even his underlings didn't know. How does this kid know? You, can you read fortunes? Brother, whose voice trembled. Ling Chen didn't reply. Walked straight to the ransacked antique shelf, looking for a purple sandalwood box left by his mother. Wang Suifan saw brother, who didn't act, immediately scrambled up and shouted, brother who? He is the first heir. Force him to sign the transfer. Then this house will be yours. Brother, whose eyes flickered, faced with tens of millions in debt. A little fear was nothing. His face darkened. Brothers, hold this kid down. If he doesn't sign today, chop off one of his fingers. Immediately after, 4 thugs waved their steel pipes, charging at Ling Chen. Ling Chen had his back to them. He sighed. Why do you force me to get rough? Before his words faded, he spun around suddenly. A simple side kick. Bang! The thug in front was hit like by a truck, flying backward 5 meters, slamming hard into the wall. Knocked out cold. Dead silence in the room. The remaining 3 thugs screeched to a halt. Swallowed hard. Ling Chen withdrew his leg. Next to the coffee table, he found a sandalwood box left by his mother. He wiped off the dust, turned to look at the dumbfounded Wang Suifan. Wang Suifan, haven't you always wanted this house and the Lin family's assets? Then I'll give them to you now. Wang Suifan was stunned. Ling Chen looked at brother, who, a smirk curled at the corner of his mouth. He pulled out that black bank card. Did you bring a card reader? Yes, I have it. Total, 58 million. Ling Chen tossed the card over. Charge it all. Ding. Transaction successful. Wang Suifan's eyes burst with ecstasy. This idiot. He actually paid off the debt for me. She immediately became cocky. Ling Chen, you know what's good for you. Since you repaid my debt, we're even. Get lost now. This house is completely mine. But the next second, Ling Chen's words crushed him. Who said I'm repaying your debt? He looked at Wang Suifan with a playful look. This money is the cost of purchasing this debt. From now on, you have to repay the money to me. Wang Suifan's smile froze. Brother who instantly realized and immediately changed his attitude, glaring fiercely at Wang. Madam Wang, your creditor now is Mr. Ling. Oh, Mr. Ling, is there anything I can do for you? Do you need me to collect interest for you? Brother who decided to cling to Ling Chen like a big shot. Ling Chen, carrying the sandalwood box, walked to the door, stopped, and looked at Wang Suifan. I'll only give you two choices. First, move out of this villa immediately. Leave with nothing, not even a single piece of clothing. Second, pay off all your debt to me within 3 days. 1 second late, and I'll call the police. I will sue you for fraud and embezzlement. Then Ling Chen turned his gaze to Brother Hu. If you didn't supervise Wang Suifan to finish on time, I will sue you for intentional harm. The entrance surveillance is proof. These charges are enough to rot in prison. Saying that, Ling Chen strode out of the villa. Behind him came Wang Suifan's heart-wrenching wails, and the sounds of Brother Hu's crew starting to smash things. Hearing these sounds, Ling Chen stood in the sunlight, feeling completely refreshed. But the next second, ding, the system issued a new task. Spend 100 million yuan within 2 hours. Failure penalty. Random removal of a host bodily function. For example, permanent 3 seconds. Ling Chen looked at this penalty, and the corner of his mouth twitched. The system is pretty ruthless, but spending money, that's probably the easiest task in the world. Ling Chen hailed a taxi, heading straight for the top luxury mall in Jiangxing. The moment Ling Chen stepped out of the taxi, a red Ferrari with an arrogant roar stopped in front of him. The window rolled down, and it was his ex-girlfriend, Chen Lu. She took off her sunglasses, her eyes full of contempt. Oh, isn't this Ling Chen? I heard you were kicked out of the house and are delivering food. What brings you to a high-end place like this? The security here won't let beggars in. Back when the Ling family fell, Chen Lu dumped Ling Chen at lightning speed and threw herself into the arms of a rich second generation. Ling Chen looked at her, and instead of getting angry, he smiled. Just right, the spending task needs an audience. Yeah, begging. Ling Chen's smile was radiant. But today I'm not begging for food. I'm begging for the whole mall. Just then, the car door opened, and Chen Lu stepped out, holding the arm of a man in a Versace floral shirt. He got out. The man's beady eyes swept over Ling Chen from top to bottom, full of mockery. Lulu, is this your delivery boy ex-boyfriend? Pretty boy face, but unfortunately a broke loser. The air conditioner here charges by the minute. Can one delivery order let you enjoy 10 minutes? Chen Lu held the man's arm, laughing like a flower trembling in the wind. Ling Chen, let me introduce you. This is my current man, Zhang Jiqiang. His family is in the building materials business. Net worth of several hundred million, you know? She deliberately stressed the words several hundred million, her eyes challenging as she looked at Ling Chen. She seemed to expect to see inferiority and anger on his face, or an expression of utter shame. But she was disappointed. Ling Chen just stood there calmly, his eyes indifferent, as if looking at thin air. Move aside. Ling Chen stepped forward, his tone flat. Hey, you don't appreciate the face I gave you, huh? Zhang Jiqiang, angered by Ling Chen's disregard, stepped forward, blocking Ling Chen's path. He reached out to push Ling Chen's shoulder. Just as Zhang Jiqiang's hand was about to touch Ling Chen, a golden light flashed deep in Ling Chen's pupils, and information on Zhang Jiqiang appeared. Target, Zhang Jiqiang. Identity, nouveau riche second generation. Outward strong, inwardly weak. Current equipment, Versace shirt, genuine. Richard Mille RM011, counterfeit. Movement, domestic Dandong movement. Gucci belt, genuine. Financial status, credit card overdrawn. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Rented Ferrari for 1 day to pursue Chen Lu. Rental fee not yet settled. After reading this, Ling Chen, the corner of his mouth curled into a playful smirk. He leaned in close to Zhang Jiqiang, lowering his voice, but just loud enough for a few passing bystanders to hear. Too bad. The carbon fiber case texture on a Richard Mille is supposed to be random. Yours is way too neat. Also, the date window on a genuine one clicks over instantly. It's now 1:59. How about we wait and see whether your watch will jump at exactly 2 o'clock or not? Zhang Jiqiang's face changed instantly. The watch was indeed a replica he bought for 3,000 yuan, specifically to fool gold diggers like Chen Lu. But he never expected a delivery guy to see through him at a glance. You're full of crap. This is a real watch. What do you know? Zhang Jiqiang instinctively covered his wrist, blustering loudly. Lulu, don't listen to this mad dog. Let's go to Hermes and buy you a bag. Saying that, he grabbed a bewildered Chen Lu and tried to rush into the mall, clearly wanting to escape the scene. Perfect, I'm going in to buy something too. Together, Ling Chen followed unhurriedly. This is SKP. If you can afford to buy even a pair of socks here, I'll eat them on the spot. Zhang Jiqiang, as if hearing a huge joke, stopped and taunted. Remember what you said. Ling Chen stepped through the revolving door and entered the air-conditioned mall lobby, the first floor of SKP. gathered the world's most top-tier luxury brands. The air was thick with an expensive fragrance. "Welcome, Patek Philippe." The greeter at the entrance bowed. However, when she saw Zhang Jiqiang and Chun Lu coming in right behind, the greeter's eyes lit up noticeably, and her smile grew even brighter. "Sir, madam, welcome." Zhang Jiqiang, to salvage his pride from earlier, deliberately said loudly, "Bring out the most expensive watch in your store. I want to pick one for my girlfriend." As he spoke, he shot a provocative glance at Ling Chen. "What, is the delivery guy here to freeload the AC too? Better be careful not to break the glass counter. Selling you off wouldn't cover it." Several sales consultants in the store, keenly perceptive, gathered around Zhang Jiqiang. Ling Chen was left out in the cold. Only a young girl, fresh out of school, wearing a trainee badge, hesitantly walked up to Ling Chen and handed him a glass of water. "Hello, sir. May I help you with anything?" "It's fine if you're just looking." The girl's eyes were clear, and she didn't show any contempt for Ling Chen's attire. "I'm not looking." Ling Chen took a sip of water and said flatly, "Hear that? He's not looking. I told you he's just here for the AC. Security? Why do you let just anyone in?" Chen Lu heard this and immediately let out a mocking laugh. "Sir, if you're not buying anything, please don't take up our reception resources. There's a rest area over there." A senior saleswoman came over, her tone harsh. Ling Chen ignored the saleswoman and instead looked at the trainee girl in front of him, smiling slightly. He then pointed at the celestial 6102P in the center of the display case and swept his hand over the entire row of Nautilus watches beside it. "This celestial, and this whole row, I'll take them all." Dead silence fell over the entire room. "Ah, Lulu. Did you hear that? He says he'll take them all. That adds up to over 20 million, right? Is this kid stupid from delivering food?" Zhang Jiqiang burst into exaggerated laughter. "Sir, please don't joke around. This is Patek Philippe, not a street market. If you keep talking nonsense, I'll have to call security." The senior saleswoman's face darkened instantly. She thought Ling Chen was causing trouble. "Yes, sir. That celestial 6102P is priced at 2.8 million, and it requires VIP queue approval." The trainee girl was also terrified, stammering, "Approval?" Ling Chen pulled out a black card from the pocket of his cheap jeans. "That cost a few dozen bucks," and gently placed it on the glass counter. With a crisp clink, "Go swipe it. Password is 6/8. If it doesn't go through, I'll eat this counter." Ling Chen's voice wasn't loud, but carried an irresistible pressure. The trainee girl took the card with trembling hands, looking to the store manager for help. The store manager, a seasoned middle-aged man, had been observing Ling Chen. The moment he saw that black card, his pupils shrank to pinpricks. "That's the legendary Centurion Infinite black card. No, wait. This card's material is even superior to the black card. This is a Supreme Dragon card. Only 10 exist worldwide. Swipe it now." The store manager's voice quivered, almost cracking. "No. Bring the POS machine over. I'll swipe it myself. Keep bluffing. Keep bluffing. Pulling out a barbershop membership card? Who are you fooling? Let's see if it even goes through." Zhang Jiqiang was still laughing. Beep. Transaction successful. The sound of the POS machine printing the receipt. At that moment, it was like the judgment of God. The store manager stared at the slip. A dizzying string of zeros. His legs gave way, and he nearly knelt before Ling Chen. "Honored sir, 28.5 million yuan transaction completed. These watches will be packed for you immediately. Shall we deliver them to your home? Or?" The store manager held the black card with both hands, bowing 90 degrees, his attitude scraping the ground. "No need." Ling Chen casually slipped the 2.8 million Starry Sky watch on his wrist, shook it, and said, "Put the rest in a bag. I'll carry them." A bag? The store manager froze. Tens of millions in watches, in a bag. Zhang Jiqiang and Chen Lu were utterly dumbfounded. How is this possible? Didn't the Lin family go bankrupt? Wasn't he kicked out of the house? He didn't even blink. When he swiped just now, Zhang Jiqiang felt as if someone had slapped him hard across the face, burning with pain. He had just been flaunting that fake 1.5 million watch, and the guy casually bought over 20 million worth of real ones, bagging them like buying cabbages. Chen Lu was even more dumbfounded, staring at the dazzling Starry Sky watch on Ling Chen's wrist. Her regret was beyond measure. If I hadn't mocked him just now, if I could still be with Ling Chen. Chen Lu's voice trembled. She tried to force a seductive smile, shook off Zhang Jiqiang's hand, and edged toward Ling Chen. "So you were testing me all along? I never actually forgot you." That Zhang Jiqiang kept pestering me. I don't love him at all. Get lost. Ling Chen didn't even look at her. Just threw out one word. Just threw out one word. Then he picked up the bag full of luxury watches, like he was carrying garbage. Who was it that said they'd eat the sock earlier? He looked at the pale-faced Zhang Jiqiang. Zhang Jiqiang stepped back, bumping into the counter. "What are you trying to do?" "My dad is." "I'm not interested in your dad." Ling Chen turned and walked out. As he passed the snobbish senior sales lady, he paused slightly. The sales lady was shaking all over. "Yes, sir, this order's commission. Give it all to her." Ling Chen pointed at the trainee girl. "As for you, I don't want to see you here next time I come." The store manager caught on immediately. "Understood. I'll fire Zhao Lu right now. Hurry and thank this gentleman. Your commission today is enough to buy a house in Jiangqing." Stepping out of Patek Philippe, Ling Chen glanced at the system panel. Spent 28.5 million. Remaining limit 71.5 million. Time left 1 hour 20 minutes. He walked straight into the adjacent Armani flagship store. All this season's new arrivals in my size, 3 of each. Those limited edition crocodile leather cases from Gucci next door. Bring them to hold the clothes. A full set of La Mer, pack 100 sets. Send them to the delivery station guys for hand cream. Over the next hour, the entire SKP mall experienced an unprecedented earthquake. A mysterious tycoon in Uniqlo, like a sweeping army, ravaged every luxury store. He didn't even look at prices. Only one phrase: swipe it, bag it. The mall's general manager personally led 20 security guards. Following behind, dedicated to carrying things. Zhang Jiqiang and Chen Lu, like forgotten clowns, dully trail behind. Where the hell did he get that money? Chen Lu's nails dug into her palm, eyes reddening. It must be ill-gotten gains. I'll report him. Zhang Jiqiang gritted his teeth. Suddenly, the mall's PA system rang out. Dear customers, today SKP will close half an hour early. A distinguished guest has booked the top-floor Sky Garden restaurant and invited the famous pianist Mr. Lang Lang for a live performance. The whole mall buzzed. Ling Chen stood at the second-floor escalator landing, the corner of his mouth lifting slightly. This was also one of the system's arranged spending items. Just this one service fee cost 5 million. He glanced at the system panel. Mission complete. Current spending, 100.5 million. Congratulations, host. First splurge completed. Achievement reward. Cash rebate. 10x critical hit. 1 billion cash deposited to account. 51% shares of Jiangxing SKP Mall transferred. Contract effective. Charisma plus 10. Drive responsibly. Ling Chen was stunned. SKP is mine. The mall's general manager received a call, his face instantly turning pale. He hurried over to Ling Chen, dropping to one knee. Boss, forgive my ignorance. I didn't know you were coming. I am Wang Dehai, general manager of SKP. You have acquired 51% of the group's shares. From now on, you call the shots here. This news left everyone around completely stunned. Zhang Jiqiang fell to the floor in fright. Ling Chen looked at the kneeling Wang Dehai, nodded calmly. Get up. Since I'm the boss now, I'll issue my first order. He pointed at Zhang Jiqiang and Chen Lu not far away. These two are ruining my shopping mood. Throw them out. From now on, all malls under SKP are forbidden to let these two set foot inside. Also, that fake watch on the guy's wrist. It's an eyesore. Help him remove it. Wang Dehai immediately stood up. Security, take action. 20 security guards pounced like wolves. No, Ling Chen, you can't do this to me. I'm Lulu. I'm the one you loved most. Chen Lu screamed as she was hoisted up and dragged out. Let me go. My dad won't let you off. Zhang Jiqiang kept blustering, only to be pinned to the ground the next second. The fake watch was forcibly ripped off and crushed under her foot. Their screams faded into the distance. Ling Chen stood at the top of the escalator, looking down over his commercial empire. His phone rang. Unknown number. Hello, is this Mr. Ling Chen? This is Su Wanqing. A cool but slightly tired female voice came through. I heard you just bought SKP. I'm at the coffee shop downstairs right now. There are some matters regarding company cooperation. Could I ask you to spare a moment to meet? Su Wanqing? Ling Chen raised an eyebrow. Su Wanqing and Ling Chen raised an eyebrow. So he had been here all along. Great, I'm hungry too, but I don't drink coffee. I want malatang. Miss Su, would you honor me? 3 seconds of silence on the other end. Fine, as long as you agree to see me, I'll eat. Anything. Ling Chen hangs up, his smile brilliant. Looks like the next game will be more interesting. The night of Jiang City is like a lump of undissolved ink, punctured by the noise of Old Town Red Star Street, into bizarre glowing holes. A Rolls-Royce Phantom with license plate Jiang 888888, like an aristocrat who strayed into a slum, carefully rolls over the potholed, waterlogged road, stops at Annie Fat's Malatang shop. The automatic door opens. Su Wanqing steps out. Ling Chen, sitting on a red plastic stool, looks up, splitting a pair of disposable chopsticks in his hand, surrounded by dozens of luxury shopping bags from SKP, scattered like trash on the greasy floor. What? Miss Su finds it dirty. Ling Chen blows the dust off the plastic stool. Here, the beef balls are the bounciest in Jiang City. Su Wanqing takes a deep breath, elegantly lifts her skirt, sits down opposite Ling Chen. Back straight. Mr. Ling, you have a sense of humor. Su Wanqing looks at Ling Chen. I thought a big shot worth billions, who casually buys up SKP, would have higher standards for dining environments. Money is for making life freer, not for putting shackles on yourself. Ling Chen pushes the menu to her. Order, Miss Su, you promised. You're treating, so don't be afraid to order just because it's cheap. Su Wanqing looks at the menu. Shared bowl 2 yuan. Seaweed 1 yuan. Mixed emotions. She had investigated Ling Chen. Record show, 24 hours ago. He was still a delivery driver, struggling for a few bucks in the rain. And now he sits opposite her, with an aura so deep. Even she, a seasoned businesswoman, can't read him. Just a little of everything. Su Wanqing puts down the menu, looks Ling Chen straight in the eye. Mr. Ling, let's talk business. About saving Duo and your acquisition of SKP. Sure. Ling Chen raises a finger to his lips. No business over meals. Bad for digestion. Boss lady. 2 large bowls, mild spice. Extra vinegar, coming right up. Xiao Chun, brought your girlfriend today? She's really pretty. Annie Fat enthusiastically carries 2 large stainless steel basins. Walks over. This girl looks thin. Needs to eat more. This meal's on me. Su Wanqing's face instantly flushes to her ears. Waves her hands repeatedly. No, she's not. I'm his creditor. Ling Chen cuts in with a smile. Reaches for the vinegar bottle. Pours a big circle into Su Wanqing's bowl. Try it. The soul of this place is in the vinegar. Thrown off by Ling Chen's interruption. Su Wanqing stance negotiation posture. Instantly deflates by half. She hesitates, then picks up a piece of baby bok choy and puts it in her mouth. Spicy, hot, sour, intense. The strong flavors make her cough lightly. Tears sting her eyes. Slow down, nobody's stealing it. Ling Chen hands her a tissue. Su Wanqing takes the tissue, wipes the corner of her mouth, a bit flustered. At that moment, she sheds her usual impenetrable armor, revealing a hint of lively, worldly warmth. Ling Chen, Su Wanqing suddenly speaks, her voice lower. Thank you, not just for saving Duo, but also actually, SKP has been blocking our company's ad space renewals. If you hadn't bought SKP, Su Group's flagship new product launch next month might have been canceled. Ling Chen chews a beef ball and activates his golden eye. His gaze pierces Su Wanqing's delicate face. Strings of red data appear above her head, flickering wildly. Tarhit, Su Wanqing. Identity, President of Su Group. Current state, extreme anxiety. Spent force, core crisis 1. Funding chain rupture. Trapped by rival Tianjin Capital. A loss of 800 million. Funds gap of 800 million. 2. Internal traitor. Design director, Li Hao has been bought by Tianjin Capital. Plans to leak core bottom price at tomorrow morning's bid. 3. Bet agreement with family elders. If no profit this quarter, she'll be stripped of CEO position. Forced to marry Lin Yi, the eldest son of Tianjin Capital. Countdown to collapse, 12 hours. Ling Chen's chewing pauses. Ouch, that's brutal. This isn't a female CEO. This is a piece of Tang Monk, meat roasted over fire. Ling Chen puts down his chopsticks. Looks at her with a half smile. Miss Su, forgive me for saying so. The thing you're worried about right now probably isn't the venue for the launch. As far as I know, your company's books probably can't even afford the rent for SKP's venue. Can you? The chopsticks in Su Wanqing's hand suddenly tremble. A quail egg drops back in her bowl, splashing a few drops of chili oil, landing on her fair hand. She doesn't bother to wipe it. Her pupil's contract stares hard at Ling Chen. How do you know? Are you a corporate spy? The company's financial status is top secret. Only she and the finance director know, not even the VP. I'm your savior, not a spy. Ling Chen pulls out a tissue. Naturally takes her hand, wipes the oil stain off the back of her hand. Her fingers are long and warm. The moment they touch Su Wanqing's cool skin, she flinches like an electric shock, but doesn't pull her hand away. And I don't just know you're broke. Ling Chen's gaze suddenly sharpens. I also know why you're in such a mess. Because there's a snake in your house. Su Wanqing's face turns pale. Just then, Su Wanqing's phone buzzes frantically. Caller ID, Design Director Li Hao. Su Wanqing glances at Ling Chen. Ling Chen waves her on. She answers. Hello? Director Li, how's the bid proposal for tomorrow? An anxious, guilty voice comes through. Miss Su, we have a big problem. Our servers were just hacked. All original design drafts and data for the Oasis project have been locked and destroyed. The backup drive is also corrupted. What? Su Wanqing jumps to her feet. Her movement too violent. Knocks over the red plastic stool behind her. How is that possible? Our firewall is top-notch, and the backup is in your safe. How could it fail? I don't know. Miss Su, the bid is at 9 a.m. tomorrow. No time to redo everything. Tianjin Capital seems to have had a plan ready. We're doomed. The phone slips from Su Wanqing's hand. Falls to the ground. She looks as if her spine has been removed. Slumps, trying to sit down, but forgets. Forgets the stool has been knocked over. Just as she's about to fall onto the greasy floor, Ling Chen catches her with one hand. With the other, he calmly picks up the phone and speaks to Director Li, still on the line. Nice acting. The Oscars owe you a golden statuette. The caller is visibly stunned. Who is this? Where's Miss Su? Who I'm doesn't matter. Ling Chen sneers into the receiver. What matters is, the important thing is, Li Hao, you'd better pray now. That 20 million severance pay from Tianjin Capital is enough for you to buy a decent wheelchair. With that, Ling Chen hung up the phone and threw the phone back on the table. Su Wanqing leaned against Ling Chen's chest, trembling all over, eyes vacant. It's over all over. That was our last chance to turn things around. Without the design drafts, tomorrow we'll breach the contract. I'll have to pay 300 million in compensation. The Su family will eat me alive. At this moment, she was no longer the Ice Queen CEO, but a woman at her most helpless. What's there to panic about? Ling Chen's voice stood out clearly in the noisy night market. Steady, with a calming magic. He straightened Su Wanqing up, hands on her shoulders, forcing her to look into his eyes. If the design drafts are gone, we can draw new ones. If the money is gone, we can earn it back. As long as we're alive. The game isn't over. It's too late to redo them. Su Wanqing's eyes were red, tears welling up. There are less than 10 hours left. That was the work of dozens of designers over 3 months. Who says it's too late? Ling Chen let go, turned around and picked up the pile of designer bags on the floor. In his eyes gleamed the excitement of a hunter spotting prey. Let's go. Where? Su Wanqing asked, confused. To your company. A cocky smirk curled at the corner of Ling Chen's mouth. Since that Li Hao said the data is destroyed, I'll show him what a miracle looks like. And tonight, we'll play a game of Catch the Traitor. Half an hour later, in Jiangcheng CBD, the Su Group building. The entire building was brightly lit. The design department was in chaos. Dozens of designers were scratching their heads at black computer screens. Some were crying, some were cursing. Director Li Hao was standing in the middle, pretending to direct the technical staff in emergency repairs. But his peripheral vision kept glancing at his watch. A hint of barely concealed smugness at the corner of his mouth. As long as he stalled through tonight. Once Su Wanqing falls tomorrow, he could take the money and become VP at Tianjin Capital. Just then, a commotion at the door. CEO Su is here. Li Hao immediately put on a pained expression and hurried over. CEO Su, you're finally here. I am so sorry. However, he didn't see the Su Wanqing he expected, broken and desperate. Instead, Su Wanqing strode in, though her eyes were still a bit red. Her presence was even sharper than usual, and beside her was a young man wearing Armani, but carrying a bag of Malatang takeout containers. Carrying takeout boxes. CEO Su, who is this? Li Hao was taken aback. I'm here to deliver food. Ling Chen casually placed the bag of Malatang on the conference table, then walked straight up to Li Hao. Li Hao felt a chill from Ling Chen's stare. CEO Su, at a time like this, you're bringing outsiders to cause trouble. Ling Chen stood in front of Li Hao and suddenly smiled. Director Li, your acting is a bit over the top. Ling Chen pointed at the black screen computer. You said the server was hacked and all data destroyed. Of course, the tech department is working on it. Li Hao forced out. Is that so? Ling Chen turned and walked to a main control computer, his fingers flying across the keyboard. System. Host uses god-level hacking skills. Permanent. Intruding local network. Tracing data flow. Recovering underlying code. On the screen, the garbled black window suddenly began to flicker wildly. Green code scrolling so fast, it dazzled the eyes. The tech supervisor beside him was stunned. What kind of typing speed is that? He's writing a reverse trace program. In less than a minute. Click. Ling Chen hit the enter key. The large black screen instantly lit up, but what it displayed wasn't a design draft, but a replay of surveillance footage and a detailed screenshot of chat records. The footage showed Li Hao half an hour ago, plugging a USB drive into the server mainframe and sending a message to someone labeled Chairman Zhao of Tianjin. Sending a message. Done. Data deleted. That stupid woman, Su Wanqing, is finished. The entire room fell into dead silence. All the designers' eyes, like knives, stabbed toward Li Hao in unison. Li Hao's face instantly turned liver purple, cold sweat pouring like rain, his legs trembling. This is fabricated. This is slander. CEO Su, you don't believe? I believe a delivery guy. Su Wanqing looked at the big screen, her heart twisted in pain, but also furious to the extreme. She took a deep breath, pointed at the security guards at the door. Arrest this backstabber. Call the police immediately. Yes, the already fed-up guards rushed over and pinned Li Hao to the ground. Su Wanqing, you that arresto me? Without my design team, you're still dead tomorrow. Let's see how you turn this around. Ha ha ha. Li Hao was still laughing hysterically as he was dragged away. Indeed, they caught the mole. It was satisfying, but the designs were truly gone. The office fell into despairing silence again. The tech supervisor meekly asked, Sir, since you can recover the surveillance, can you also recover the design drafts? Ling Chen shook his head. He physically destroyed them. Can't be recovered. Everyone's hearts sank to the bottom. However, Ling Chen changed the subject, walked over to the head of the conference table and sat down, opened a box of Malatang, and said casually, those lousy design drafts. Being destroyed is no big loss. Using that kind of stuff to bid is utterly embarrassing. What did you say? The assistant director of the design department was furious. That was 3 months of our hard work. Ling Chen ignored the angry crowd. Instead looked at Su Wanqing. Got a stylus? And paper. Su Wanqing paused and instinctively handed him her tablet and stylus. What are you going to do? Ling Chen took the stylus, twirling it in his hand with a flourish. At that moment, in his mind, the system shop opened again. System detected host facing a god tier save. Request to redeem item. Future Top Advertising Creative Atlas 2035 edition. Price, 10 million. Exchange? Yes. Draw. In Ling Chen's eyes, countless colors beyond this era flooded in. Lines and compositions. It was a visual impact from the future. He lowered his head, the stylus tip touching the screen. Since you all think that was hard work, Ling Chen said as he drew, calmly, then tonight I'll teach you what true art really is. For the next hour, everyone in the Urban Group Design Department experienced the collapse and rebuilding of their entire worldview. The man they had taken for a delivery guy was like a human printer. His hands moved so fast they left after images. One after another, exquisite and mind-blowing concept designs were born on the screen. Light, shadow, perspective, color usage completely overturned existing design concepts. Yet breathtakingly beautiful. This is a perfect fusion of cyberpunk and Chinese chic. This lighting treatment. Oh my god, Divine. This is a masterpiece. The assistant who had just questioned Ling Chen is now kneeling beside him, handing him water. When the final key visual is completed, Ling Chen puts down the stylus and rubs his wrist. On the screen is a poster titled Rebirth. In the image above the ruins, a mechanical rose blooms in the pouring rain. This mood is exactly like Ling Chen himself, and also like Su Wanqing in her desperate situation. Su Wanqing looks at the painting. Tears silently fall. She turns her head to Ling Chen. Looking at that man who is eating coal malatang, head down. At this moment, her psychological defenses completely crumble. Don't get too moved too soon. Ling Chen swallows a meatball. He looks up, his eyes containing a fierce determination. No, the painting is done. Now it's time to close the net. Tomorrow morning's bidding meeting. I'm going to make that Tianqing capital spit out what they swallowed. With interest, he stands up, walks to the floor-to-ceiling window, overlooking the night view of Jiangxing. President Su, dare you play a big game with me? Su Wanqing walks to his side, standing shoulder to shoulder with him. Her eyes no longer have confusion, only a determined light. Why wouldn't I dare, even if we lose? At worst, I'll go deliver food with you. Ling Chen laughs. Deliver food? I'm afraid that won't do. He tilts his head, leans close to Su Wanqing's ear, and whispers, after all, my passenger seat only sits the boss's wife. Jiangxing International Convention and Exhibition Center. Morning sunlight spills over the huge glass dome, reflecting cold and rational light. Today is the landmark project of the new Jiangxing district, the final bidding day for the future city commercial complex. This is a big fat piece of meat worth tens of billions. It concerns who will become the commercial hegemon of Jiangxing for the next 10 years. In the parking lot, luxury cars gather. An outrageously flashy fluorescent green Lamborghini with a thunderous roar arrogantly parks in a VIP reserved spot and even crosses the line. The doors lift up like scissors. A man in a white suit steps out, hair slicked back shiny, a young man. Zhao Yutian, the crown prince of Tianqing capital. This time, the mastermind who wants to drive Su Group into a corner. Following behind him is Li Hao with a fawning face. The former design director of Su Group, just released on bail last night. Young Master Zhao, rest assured, Su Wanqing's side is completely finished. Li Hao, these two big dark circles. The swelling on his face, not yet gone, but his eyes are unusually excited. I personally deleted the data, even used a strong magnet to degauss the hard drive. Unless a great celestial comes down to Earth. Otherwise today, he can only bring a blank sheet and disgrace himself. Zhao Yutian adjusts his tie. A lecherous smile curls at the corner of his mouth. Well done. Once the Su family goes bankrupt, that proud woman, Su Wanqing, will be putty in my hands. As he speaks, a black Audi A6 slowly drives in. That is Su Wanqing's car. Compared to the supercars around, this car appears too low-key, even a bit shabby. Zhao Yutian whistles, and with Li Hao, swaggers over to block the car door. Yo, if it isn't our beautiful Miss Su? The car door opens. Su Wanqing steps out. After a night of torment and transformation, her condition today is surprisingly good. A sharp-cut navy blue business suit makes her already slender figure appear even more upright. Those almond-shaped eyes no longer hold yesterday's anxiety, replaced by an unfathomable calm. And in the driver's seat behind her, a young man steps out. It is Ling Chen. Today, to match Su Wanqing, he specially changed into a dark gray business casual outfit, exuding a casual and lazy nobility. In his hand, he carries a silver metal briefcase. Inside is that shocking masterpiece. Young Master Zhao, a good dog doesn't block the way. Su Wanqing is coldly, not even giving Zhao Yutian a glance. Zhao Yutian is choked. His face instantly darkens. Su Wanqing, still talking tough at death's door. I heard your design department was howling last night. Even a server burned down. How come you came today? Are you planning to announce your withdrawal and then beg me to buy your company? He greedily scans Su Wanqing's figure, lowering his voice. Actually, if you come my room tonight, I can raise the acquisition price by 10%. Su Wanqing's eyes instantly turn cold as ice. Before she can speak, a hand suddenly reaches over, waves in front of Zhao Yutian's face like shooing a fly. Hey, that guy over there, take your bad breath elsewhere. It's sticking at my boss. Ling Chen stands in front of Su Wanqing, one hand in his pocket, his eyes mocking. Who the hell are you? Zhao Yutian is furious, points at Ling Chen's nose. Is this a place for you to speak? A driver? Li Hao quickly adds from the side. Young Master Zhao, this is the food delivery guy from last night. It's him, that jinx. He ruined our plan. A food delivery guy? Zhao Yutian laughs. Laughs so hard he rocks back and forth. Su Wanqing, have you lost your mind? Bringing a food delivery guy to bid on a 100 billion project? What? You planning to bribe the judges with Malatang? Haha, a few passing representatives from other companies. Can't help but snicker. Ling Chen is not angry. He activates the golden eye. Target, Zhao Yutian. Status, extremely confident. Kidney deficiency level 2. Personal belongings. Bid reserve price document hidden in inner pocket. A bottle of little blue pills. Key info, bribe the head judge, Professor Zhang. Code signal, touching the nose. Transfer records in his encrypted phone. The corner of Ling Chen's mouth lifts slightly. Bribing the judges? Interesting. Young Master Zhao, right? Ling Chen steps forward, leans close to Zhao Yutian's ear, says in a voice only the two can hear. Did the sea dog pills you took last night expire? I see dark energy between your brows. Today you might face a bloody disaster. And that old scholar Professor Zhang has a big appetite. That little team money of yours might not be enough to feed the wolf. Zhao Yutian's smile instantly freezes on his face. His pupils contract sharply. How does this guy know about the sea dog pills? More importantly, how does he know about Professor Zhang? Before he can react, Ling Chen has already taken Su Wanqing's arm. As if bypassing a pile of trash, they head straight to the elevator. Ling Chen, what did you just say to him? Why does his face look so ugly? In the elevator, Su Wanqing asks curiously. Nothing, just did a divination for him. Ling Chen gives a mysterious smile. Just focus on your PPT presentation later. Leave the rest to me. The bidding hall has a tense atmosphere. 5 judges sit upright on the podium. The bald, old man in the middle is the industry authority, Professor Zhang. The seats below are filled with prominent figures of Jiangxing's business world. News reporters with cameras and microphones fill the back rows. Next, let's welcome Tianqing Capital to present their proposal. As the host's voice falls, Zhao Yutian walks onto the stage with Li Hao. Though startled by Ling Chen earlier, now, on his home turf, Zhao Yutian reverts to his arrogant, domineering self. Honorable judges, distinguished guests, Zhao Yutian points at the screen with full swagger. The proposal from Tianqing Capital is Urban Oasis. We will create an integrated, eco-friendly, high-tech sky garden. As the PPT slides play, the audience erupts in murmurs. Su Wanqing's face changes. That's our original plan. She grips the hem of her clothes tightly, knuckles turning white. Yes, Li Hao deleted Su Group's original file, but he brought a copy to Zhao Yutian. Now, Urban Oasis, except for the name change, is essentially a pixel-for-pixel copy of Su Group's earlier design draft. Shameless. Su Wanming greets Hartit. On stage, Li Hao, the presenter, speaks with great enthusiasm. This double helix aerial corridor is our original patent, and this photosynthetically functional glass curtain wall is our exclusive innovation. Original? Ling Chen scoffs from his seat. He takes out his phone, fingers swiftly tapping the screen. System command. Intruded into venue projection system. Connection successful. Since you want to play plagiarism, I'll make sure you see it clearly. On stage, Li Hao is at the climax. This is the fruit of our team's 6 months of hard work. Absolutely unique. Just then, the big screen flickers once, transforming into a massive split-screen comparison. On the left is the Urban Oasis being presented. On the right, a video recording of Su Group's internal meeting from 3 months ago. The video has a clear timestamp, showing Su Group's design team discussing identical blueprints. The entire hall goes dead silent. Then an uproar erupts. Holy shit, isn't that Su Group's old plan? Even the color scheme is the same. They must have stolen it outright. A big company like Tianqing Capital does this? On stage, Li Hao looks like a duck with its neck wrung. His voice cuts off abruptly. He stares at the screen in terror. Cold sweat instantly soaking his back. What's going on? Who switched the screen? Turn it off. Turn it off now. Zhao Yutian, enraged, rushes to the control booth. Tech, what the hell are you doing? Do you want to be killed? The technician in the booth looks innocent. I didn't do anything. The computer is out of control. Seems like a virus. Before they can frantically unplug the power, the big screen suddenly displays blood-red text. Epitaph of the Thieves. Originality is dead. Not because you can only scavenge scraps. Then the screen goes black, and everything returns to normal. Ling Chen sits below, calmly putting away his phone, a hero without credit. He also pops a mint candy Su Wanqing gave him. Is this considered an on-air accident? Su Wanqing status in these BDF. The frustration in her heart evaporates. No, this is called warming up the crowd. Ling Chen crunches the candy. Look at Professor Zhang over there. His face is green. Sure enough, Professor Zhang on the judging panel is sitting on pins and needles. He had been paid to give Tianqing a high score. Now, with solid evidence of plagiarism before hundreds of people, if he dares to defend them, his reputation will be ruined by tomorrow. Ahem. Professor Zhang reluctantly picks up the microphone. Tianqing Capital's proposal faces serious controversy. It is temporarily pending. Next, Su Group. Zhao Yutian slinks off the stage, passing by Ling Chen. His eyes are venomous as a snake. Kid, you did this, didn't you? Just you wait. Once we're out that door, I'll have you dead in the streets. Ling Chen doesn't even lift his head. Is that how you ask for help? Better bring plenty of tissues. I'm afraid you'll cry too ugly. Su Wanqing takes a deep breath, stands up. At this moment, everyone's eyes are on her. Some sympathetic, some eager for drama, and some doubting. After all, the plagiarism farce just now has made everyone curious about Su Group's new proposal. Su Wanqing walks onto the stage. No USB drive, no paper materials either. She simply stands still in the center of the stage. The spotlight shines on her, like a queen about to be crowned. Ladies and gentlemen, Su Wanqing's voice is cool and steady. What you just saw, the so-called Urban Oasis. Yes, that was once a discarded draft from Su Group. Why was it discarded? Because it's too outdated. The crowd gasps. Too outdated? That proposal, though plagiarized, is still top tier in the industry. To not waste everyone's time, Su Wanqing looks at Ling Chen off stage. Assistant Ling, if you please. Ling Chen nods. He opens the silver metal case, but instead of documents, he takes out a black crystal the size of fist. This was redeemed from the system store. A portable holographique projecteur. 2035 model, priced at $5 million. Ling Chen places the crystal in the middle of the stage. What is that thing? People crane their necks to see. The next second, asterisk or asterisk, a beam of blue light shoots into the sky and instantly expands, enveloping the entire convention center hall. The bright venue dims, replaced by a massive, hyper-realistic virtual city, floating in midair. No more static PPTs, no more flat renderings. Everyone feels as if they've traveled through time, standing inside a cyberpunk future metropolis. Huge neon signs flicker overhead. Anti-gravity sky rails weave between skyscrapers. Every brick, every tile is crystal clear. You can even see the expressions of virtual pedestrians walking on the streets. And at the very center of it all, a building shaped like a blooming mechanical lotus rotates slowly. That is Su Group's new proposal. Rebirth. Oh my god, what technology is this? Naked eye, 3D? No, this is a holographic projection. What am I seeing? Is this a Hollywood blockbuster scene? This design is absolutely mind-blowing. Compared to this, that urban oasis earlier is just a rural outhouse. The whole venue erupts. Reporters frantically press their shutter buttons. Flash bursts, lighting up the hall like daylight. Su Wanqing stands inside the giant virtual lotus, like a fairy among flowers. She reaches out, gently flicks the virtual interface, and the entire building instantly deconstructs and reassembles, revealing the breathtaking commercial ecosystem inside. Flow lines. We don't define the future. Su Wanqing's voice echoes through the surround sound. We create the future. There's no suspense. This is a massacre, a dimensionality reduction strike from a higher plane. Professor Zhang, who wanted to nitpick earlier, now has his jaw dropped so wide. His dentures are almost falling out. Faced with such a miracle, if he dared to say a single negative word, he'd probably be torn apart by the frenzied audience. I give full marks. This is art. This is a groundbreaking masterpiece. Another judge stood up excitedly and applauded. Thunderous applause erupted. It went on and on. Zhao Yutian in the audience looked ashen. He slumped in his chair. He knew that no matter how much money he had, no matter how strong his connections, facing such absolute crushing power, it all became a joke. Su Wanqing looked at the frenzied crowd below the stage. Her eyes slightly red. She looked at Ling Chen. That man was leaning in the shadows at the edge of the stage, fiddling with the $5 million crystal in his hand. He winked at her. He mouthed something. Boss lady, you're awesome. The bidding ended. Su Group, with absolute superiority, secured the City of the Future project. As soon as the news broke, Su Group stock, which had been limit down, instantly shot up in a straight line, hitting the daily limit up. At the entrance of the convention center, Su Wanqing was surrounded by countless reporters. President Su, is that holographic technology developed in-house by your company? President Su, who is the lead designer of that plan? Can you introduce us? Su Wanqing struggled out of the crowd. Looking around, she was looking for Ling Chen, but the biggest contributor had vanished without a trace. In the back alley of the convention center, Ling Chen was leaning against the wall, smoking. Two people were kneeling before him. One was Li Hao, his face beaten black and blue. The other was trembling, Zhao Yutian, and around them stood a dozen burly men in black suits and sunglasses. Leading them was the lone shark brother who had just pledged allegiance last night. He was now the security captain under Ling Chen. Grandpa Lin, I was wrong. I failed to recognize your greatness. Zhao Yutian had none of his arrogance left. He looked at the wrist-thick steel pipe in Brother Hu's hand and wet his pants in fear. Please spare me. I'm the only son of the Zhao family. I'll give you whatever money you want. Ling Chen blew out a smoke ring, crouched down, and used his multi-million-dollar leather shoes to tap Zhao Yutian's face. Money? Do you think I'm short of money? Ling Chen smiled, pulled out a check, filled in a string of numbers, and tossed it onto Zhao Yutian's face. This is 10 million. Consider it compensation for your remark. Delivery boy, as emotional damages. Of course, you're paying me, not I you. Zhao Yutian froze. Huh, I pay. Right. I'm not short of money, but I hate people owing me money. Ling Chen's eyes turned icy. Brother Hu, teach Master Zhao how to write an IOU. Interest? Use the same rate he lost money at in Macau. You got it, Master Lin. Don't worry, I'm familiar with this business. Brother Hu grinned fiercely and moved toward Ling Chen. Ling Chen stood up, ignoring the screams behind him. As soon as he stepped out of the alley, his phone rang. It was Su Wanqing. Ling Chen, where are you? The celebration banquet is about to start. You're the star. If you don't come, I won't start the feast. Her voice carried a newfound dependence and coyness. Forget the celebration banquet. I don't like that kind of occasion. Ling Chen looked at the giant billboard scrolling on the CBD tower in the distance. The city group ad. President Su, don't forget our agreement. Keep the passenger seat for me. Su Wanqing on the other end was silent for 2 seconds, then suddenly said, Ling Chen, I don't want a passenger seat. I want you to be the driver. To drive for a lifetime. Are you willing? It was almost a confession. Ling Chen was stunned for a moment. Then he smiled. This iceberg female CEO is melting a bit fast, huh? Just as he was about to tease her, the system in his mind suddenly emitted a piercing red alert. Warning, warning. Detected host overusing future technology. Attracted attention of the Dark World Organization. SG crisis incoming. Black Mamba, a global top assassin organization, has accepted the contract. Target, Ling Chen. Bounty, $100 million US. Employer, Zhao Jia, father of Zhao Yutian. Countdown, 30 minutes. First wave of assassination will arrive on scene. The smile on Ling Chen's lips instantly froze. The warmth in his eyes faded, replaced by overwhelming killing intent. The old dog of the Zhao family beat the young one, and the old one comes. He spoke to Su Wanqing on the phone. Wanqing, cancel the celebration banquet. Go home immediately. Lock all doors and windows. Get Brother Hu's men to surround your villa. Don't come out no matter what you hear. What's wrong, Ling Chen? Don't scare me. Su Wanqing's voice suddenly panicked. It's nothing. Ling Chen looked into the distance, at the black helicopter circling in the sky. Just some trash that needs cleaning up. This time, I'm going to let the entire underworld of Jiangxing know who the real king is. The CBD of Jiangxing was still bustling. Neon lights dyed the night sky into a suggestive purplish red. But behind the convention center, in the old industrial zone awaiting demolition, the air felt as heavy as lead. The black helicopter did not fly directly over. Instead, it circled like a vulture. After 2 circles, it hovered atop an abandoned, unfinished building. A kilometer away, Ling Chen stood at an empty intersection. The cigarette between his fingers had burned to the end. Come out. Ling Chen casually flicked the butt away. For an international top assassin organization, you still hide in a gutter like rats. All around was dead silent. Suddenly, whoosh, an extremely faint sound of cutting air, like death's sigh. If he were an ordinary person, that special armor-piercing bullet would have blown the top of his head off. But Ling Chen was no ordinary person. In his golden eye vision, the bullet hurtling at Mach 3 trailed a long heat signature, slow as a snail. Ling Chen didn't even move his feet. He merely tilted his head slightly, a motion so small it was almost negligible. Puffed. The bullet grazed his hair, embedding itself into the concrete pillar. Behind him, blasting a bowl-sized hole. Is that all you got? Ling Chen looked up, his gaze piercing through 500 meters. Precisely. Locking onto the sniper, hiding behind a billboard. Black Mamba, nothing special. On the roof of the abandoned building 500 meters away, the sniper codenamed Venom Fong looked through the night vision scope at the man still standing there, even flipping him the bird. Cold sweat instantly soaked his combat suit. Report to team leader. Target 1 dodged. Repeat, he dodged. That's an M200 sniper rifle. Distance 500 meters. How is that possible? The voice of the team leader, Viper, came through the earpiece. Cold and incredulous. Team B, Team B, Team C, move in. Close quarters kill. Don't give him a chance to breathe. Roger. With the order, from the darkness around the old industrial zone, 12 black shadows instantly darted out. They wore full exoskeleton tactical armor and held silenced tactical submachine guns and high-frequency vibrating daggers. Movements uniform and precise, like a pack of silent wolves, converging on Ling Chen from all directions. Ling Chen stands in the center of the encirclement. No trace of fear on his face. Instead, a hint of bloodthirsty excitement. System, I want to buy something. Ding. Detected host in S-level combat environment. Smart shop recommendations enabled. Absolute defense shield, 1 time. Price, 50 million. Blocks all attacks except nuclear bombs. Duration, 10 minutes. Terminator T800 experience card, 1 hour. Price, 100 million. Baji Quan Master, permanent. Price, 200 million. Telekinesis, beginner. Price, 500 million. Ling Chen looks at the prices. A cruel smirk curls at the corner of his mouth. I choose Baji Quan Master. 200 million funds deducted. Implanting Baji Quan Master muscle memory. Implantation complete. Boom! A surge of terrifying heat instantly floods Ling Chen's body. His bones crackle like popping beans. His lean muscles instantly tense. And every muscle fiber seems to contain enough power to shatter mountains. By now, the 2 killers charging in front have arrived. 2 high-frequency, vibrating daggers glinting coldly. Thrust from left and right at Ling Chen's throat and heart. Too slow. A cold voice sounds in their ears. Ling Chen has somehow already stepped inside their guard. Level 8. Lean on mountain. Ling Chen doesn't even throw a punch. Just sinks his shoulders slightly, then slams hard into the killer on his left. Bam! Crack! A sickening dull thud. The killer, wearing Kevlar body armor, and even fitted with exoskeleton armor, is like a high-speed bullet train, hitting him head-on. The man flies backward like a cannonball, smashing straight through a red brick wall by the roadside. The remaining 10 killers skid to a halt, eyes full of horror. Open fire! Open fire! Don't let him get close. Team leader Viper screams into the earpiece. Ah-tot-tot-tot-tot. Countless tongues of flames spew out instantly. A dense hail of bullets rains down on Ling Chen. But Ling Chen moves. With agi-boosted footwork, he becomes like a ghostly lightning bolt. weaving through the storm of bullets. Golden eye activated to its peak. The trajectory of every bullet are clearly visible lines in his eyes. For bullets he can't dodge. He simply reaches out and click. Ling Chen's fingers move like lightning, and actually, in midair, forcibly, catch a bullet between his fingers. Monster. He's a monster. Ling Chen tosses the bullet aside. His body explodes forward. Now it's my turn. The next 3 minutes are a one-sided massacre. Ling Chen's figure is like a scythe of death. Wherever he passes, someone falls. He unleashes the full ferocity of Baji Quan. Elbow to the heart. King Yan's three-point strike. Heaven-earth cannon. Every move is simple and direct, yet contains devastating power. Exoskeleton armor before him is as fragile as paper. A killer tries to attack with a rocket launcher, but before he can pull the trigger, Ling Chen kicks and breaks his arm. The rocket launcher falls to the ground. With a bang, blows the killer himself into the sky. When the last killer is kicked away by Ling Chen, the entire block falls silent again. Ling Chen stands in the center of the carnage. The Armani suit on him doesn't even have a drop of blood on it. Only in his deep eyes burns the fading golden flame. He looks up toward the top of the abandoned building. There's still one last big fish there. On the top floor, Viper's hands are trembling. He's been a mercenary for 20 years. Killed warlords in the Philippines. Blew up oil fields in the Middle East. He's seen all kinds of ruthless killers. But someone like Ling Chen, who barehandedly, within 3 minutes, annihilates an entire, fully armed elite squad he's never even heard of. Retreat. Retreat immediately. The intel was wrong. This is not an S-level mission at all. This is a SSS-level suicide mission. Viper roars into his earpiece, while quickly disassembling his sniper rifle, ready to escape via zipline. Just as he turns around, an icy voice sounds behind him. Since you're here, why not stay for a cup of tea? Every hair on Viper's body stands on end. He violently draws the Desert Eagle from his thigh, spins and fires. Bang! The gun fires, but Ling Chen has vanished. The next second, Viper feels a chill on his wrist. A sharp pain hits. His right hand, along with the Desert Eagle, falls cleanly to the ground. The cut is smooth as a mirror, and in front of him, Ling Chen toys with a thin, blood-stained rusty iron shard. It's a piece of soda he picked up from the ground. All shard, all leaf, all flower, all can kill. Viper clutches his severed wrist. Screaming, he falls to his knees, his eyes filled with despair and terror. Don't kill me. I'm the Asia regional head of Black Mamba. If you kill me, Black Mamba will hunt you to the ends of the earth. Ling Chen looks down at him, like looking at an ant. Threaten me? Ling Chen crouches down, uses the iron shard to tap Viper's sweat-drenched face. Do you know what I hate most? When people threaten me with things I have countless of. For example, Ling Chen pulls out his phone, opens an interface. The dark web, just unlocked by the system. Heavenly Eye permission. Black Mamba Assassin Organization. Headquarters located on a small island in international waters of the Pacific. Total assets, approximately $30 billion US. Current leader, codename Venom King. Real identity, illegitimate son of a declining European noble family. Ling Chen reads the info from his phone. With each sentence, Viper's face turns whiter. You? How do you know all this? This is top secret. Ling Chen ignores him. His fingers fly across the screen. Operation, system, redeem, global top hacker God Hand upgrade. Intrude into Black Mamba headquarters account. Freeze all funds. Also, issue a new bounty to all assassins. 3 seconds later, Viper's custom communicator suddenly vibrates wildly. Not just him. At this moment, scattered across the globe, over 3,000 Black Mamba assassins simultaneously receive a highest-level red command. Top bounty, entire Zhao clan. Primary targets, Zhao Yutian and his father Zhao Gang. Employer codename Gongshen. Bounty, $1 billion US. Additional clause, whoever claims Zhao Gang's head becomes the next leader of Black Mamba. Current leader, Venom King, has been acquired by Tycoon Gang for $50 billion US. The organization is now renamed Divine Punishment. Acquired. Viper mutters to himself, feels his worldview collapse. He never dreamed someone could directly buy out an assassin organization. Don't believe it? Ling Chen stands up, claps his hands. If you don't believe, you can check your bank account. As a welcome gift, I just gave every surviving assassin a $1 million US change of allegiance fee. Ding. Viper's phone rings. Deposit notification, $1 million US. At this moment, Viper's look at Ling Chen is no longer fear, but fanatical worship. Be boss. Viper ignores the searing pain of his severed hand. Kowtows fiercely, bangs the floor loudly. Your subordinate was blind. I go through fire and water for you, boss. That old bastard Zhao Gang. I'll go kill him right now. Ling Chen looked at him coldly. Your hand is broken. You're a cripple now. I don't keep cripples. Viper's face turned ashen. But Ling Chen changed his tone. I have a pill here. Eat it and your hand will regrow, and your strength will triple. A black pill appeared in Ling Chen's hand. Primary regeneration pill. System shop price, $50 million. But this pill is poisonous. You need to take an antidote every 3 months. If you betray me, I'll eat it. Viper grabbed the pill without hesitation. He swallowed it. A miraculous scene occurred. At Viper's severed wrist, flesh and sinew squirmed. Incredibly, it stopped bleeding and scabbed over at visible speed. A regeneration miracle. This is a divine miracle. Viper wept tears of gratitude. Ling Chen turned around and walked to the edge of the building. Clean up the bodies here. I don't want tomorrow to see any news reports about the gunfight. Also, notify everyone. I want to toy with the Zhao family slowly. Don't kill them all at once. First, cut off their funding chain, then cut off their connections. Finally, I want them kneeling at the Su group entrance, begging to die. As you command. After tonight, the Zhao family will be completely erased from the underworld. Ling Chen leaped, jumping straight down from the 30th floor. Midair, he activated the anti-gravity glider he had just purchased. Like a giant black bat, he glided and disappeared into the night. Half an hour later, Su Wanqing's private villa was brightly lit. In the living room, Su Wanqing was hugging a throw pillow, curled up on the sofa. The TV was on, but she wasn't watching at all. Beside her, Duo had already fallen asleep, tears still clinging to the corners of her eyes. Ling Chen, please don't be in trouble. Su Wanqing clasped her hands, silently praying. Just then, the sound of the fingerprint lock unlocking came from the front door. Beep. Welcome home. Su Wanqing shot up, not even bothering with shoes. She ran barefoot to the door. The door opened. Ling Chen stood at the entrance, holding a box of steaming crawfish. Sorry I'm late. Passed by the night market. Saw this crawfish shop look good, so I grabbed some on the way. Ling Chen shook the bag in his hand. It's the 13-spice flavor. Ling Chen. Su Wanqing could no longer control her emotions. She threw herself into Ling Chen's arms, hugging him tightly around the waist. Her tears instantly soaked his shirt. Where did you go? Do you know how worried I was? I heard the helicopter. I thought. Ling Chen was stunned for a moment. Then he gently stroked her long hair. Silly, didn't I tell you? Some dirty things need cleaning up. He looked up at the night sky outside the window. The dark clouds there had dispersed, revealing a bright, clear moon. From now on, the night of this river city is mine to command. No one can ever hurt you again. Su Wanqing looked up, gazing at him through tear-filled eyes. Ling Chen, who exactly are you? Ling Chen lowered his head and kissed away the tear at the corner of her eye. I'm your tycoon, and also your knight. At the same time, at the Zhao family mansion on the other side of River City, Zhao Yutian's father, Zhao Group Chairman Zhao Gang, sat in his study, waiting anxiously. Still no good news? No reply yet? What is that useless Viper doing? Zhao Gang angrily stubbed out his cigar in the ashtray. Suddenly, the study door burst open. The butler stumbled in, his face full of terror. Master, something terrible has happened. A huge disaster. What's the panic? Has the sky fallen? Shou Gong shuted angrily. The sky really has fallen. The butler tremblingly handed over a tablet. Look on the dark web. There are bounties everywhere for our family. Our stocks just now, in U.S. pre-market, dropped 90%. Also, over a dozen major shareholders of the company just called simultaneously demanding to withdraw their shares. What? Zhao Gang snatched the tablet. He took one look and instantly felt the world spin. He spat out a mouthful of blood. On the dark web homepage, there was his enlarged mugshot. Below it, a line of blood-red text. Hunt the Zhao clan across the entire web. Bounty, $1 billion US. Who? Who did this? Shou Gong roared, like a dying beast. Just then, the study phone rang. It was an unfamiliar number. Shou Gong tremblingly answered. On the other end, a voice that had been voice modulated, yet still exuding infinite coldness, spoke. Good evening, Chairman Zhao. I heard you're looking for Black Mamba. Kill me? Black Mamba now goes by Lin. Enjoy this last night. When the sun rises tomorrow, that will be the end of the Zhao family. Beep beep. The call ended. The receiver slipped from Zhao Gang's hand. His whole body went limp in the chair. His eyes were vacant. Outside the window, the lights that once shone with the Zhao family's glory, at this moment seemed to become a path to hell. Guiding lights. River City's morning was usually busy and orderly, but today the air of the entire city was filled with a suffocating madness, all because of a mysterious organization called Divine Punishment. The bounty posted on the dark web last night, $1 billion US. This huge sum, enough to buy half a small African country, sent the global underworld into a frenzy. The Zhao Group headquarters building, once a symbol of River City's top elite, the glass skyscraper, was now surrounded tightly. But those surrounding the gate were not reporters, nor workers demanding wages, but groups of fierce-eyed, bulging-waisted unknown individuals. In the top floor chairman's office, Zhao Gang seemed to have aged 10 years overnight. He, slumped in that million-dollar rosewood chair, hair disheveled, eyes bloodshot. He clutched his satellite phone tightly. Hello, my Yorli. It's me, old Zhao. I'm not asking for anything else. Just please send a SWAT team to protect me. What? Bad signal? Hello? Beep beep. Zhao Gang furiously threw the satellite phone at the floor-to-ceiling window. Bang! A white mark appeared on the bulletproof glass. It reflected the densely packed, ant-like crowd downstairs. Just then, the heavy mahogany door of the office was kicked open from outside. The person who walked in was not a killer, but his secretary. But at this moment, this female secretary who used to obey his every whim was holding a cardboard box with a cold expression. Chairman Zhao, this is your resignation letter. I've already printed it for you. Please sign it. The secretary threw a piece of paper onto Zhao, on his face. Also, everyone in the finance department has already resigned. Before leaving, everyone divided the remaining 3 million cash in a company account. As severance pay, you dare to rebel? Zhao Gang trembled with rage. I am a chairman. I'm not dead yet. The secretary sneered, adjusted her glasses. Chairman Zhao, you're naive. The Zhao Group stocks have become worthless paper. The bank has frozen all assets. Even the utility bills for this building are 3 months overdue. You are now a negative asset. Who still recognizes you as chairman? With that, the secretary left without looking back. Before leaving, she even took the solid gold pen holder from the desk. Bitch, come back. Put down my gold pen. Zhao Gang roared and tried to chase after her, but 2 burly men at the door blocked him. They were the bodyguards he had hired at great expense. Save your strength, Chairman Zhao. One bodyguard chewed gum, a playful look in his eyes. We too haven't left yet, because someone paid a higher price. Told us to watch you, so you don't commit suicide. Who? The bodyguard didn't answer, just stepped aside, respectfully made way. At the end of the corridor came a steady, unhurried footstep. Leather shoes on marble floor, making a crisp click-clack sound. Each step felt like a stomp on the hearts of the Zhao father and son. A young man in a dark blue custom suit, escorting a stunning, coldly beautiful woman, strolled in as if on a leisure walk. Behind him followed a large group of suited elites, each carrying a briefcase. They looked like a professional M&A team. Good morning, Chairman Zhao. Ling Chen walked into the office, glanced around the extravagantly luxurious space. Finally, his gaze landed on Zhao Gang's pale face. TSK. So this is the office of Jiangxing's richest man. Taste is a bit tacky. This gold cicada ornament is gold-plated, right? Ling Chen casually picked up the gold cicada from the desk, waited disdainfully, then with a smack, threw it into the trash can. Ling Chen, Zhao Gang stared fixedly at the man before him. The venom in his eyes almost overflowed. It was you. You issued the bounty. You demon. What exactly do you want? A killing only costs a nod. What you're doing is illegal. Ling Chen pulled over a chair. Let Su Wanqing sit down. He then leaned lazily against the edge of the desk, looking down at Zhao Gang. Last night, when you sent assassins to kill me, why didn't you think about the law? How is it that only the officials can set fires, but the commoners aren't allowed to light lamps? Ling Chen snapped his fingers. A lawyer behind him stepped forward, opened the briefcase, took out a thick stack of documents, and spread them before Zhao Gang. Chairman Zhao, let me introduce myself. I am Mr. Ling Chen's chief legal representative. This is the comprehensive asset transfer agreement for Zhao Group. The lawyer adjusted his glasses. His tone is flat as reading a death sentence. According to our calculations, Zhao Group currently has debts of 23 billion. Asset valuation due to force majeure, currently valued at negative 5 billion. Originally, this is a company in bankruptcy liquidation, but my boss, Mr. Ling Chen, is kind-hearted and willing to let you purchase it. Acquisition. Zhao Gang grabbed it like a lifeline. How much are you willing to pay? As long as you cancel the bounty, I'll give you the company. All of it to you. Ling Chen smiled. He held up one finger. 100 billion? Zhao Gang's eyes lit up. Ling Chen shook his head. 10 billion? Zhao Gang gritted his teeth. Ling Chen shook his head again. 100 million? Zhao Gang's heart sank to the bottom. Ling Chen wiped off his smile. He fished a coin out of his pocket. It was a coin long out of circulation. A rusty 1-cent coin. The coin clattered. The coin spun on the tabletop, making a harsh scraping sound. Finally, it fell before Zhao Gang. 1 cent, Ling Chen said calmly. Buys all the foundations your Zhao family accumulated over 3 generations, including this building, all real estate under your name, cars, stocks, even the suit you're wearing. You go too far. Zhao Gang, enraged, spat out blood. He stood up abruptly. Even if I burn all this and donate it to beggars, I won't give it to you. Too bad. Ling Chen's eyes turned cold. You could try, but I remind you, those 3,000 plus bounty hunters downstairs are waiting impatiently. If I withdraw the capture alive order, guess how they'll burst in? Shou Gong froze instantly. This is an unsolvable multiple choice question. Sign it, sign it. I want to live. I don't want to die. Zhao Yuqin broke down, crawled over and hugged Zhao Gang's leg, crying with snot and tears everywhere. Seeing his son's pathetic state, the light in Zhao Gang's eyes completely went out. Ling Chen, you are so ruthless. Zhao Gang, hands trembling, picked up the pen. At the moment of signing, he felt his soul being drained. The empire he fought for all his life, just like that, for the price of 1 cent, sold to this delivery boy he once regarded as an ant. That's more like it. Ling Chen picked up the signed contract, didn't even glance at it, directly handed it to Su Wanqing behind him. Wanqing, the gift I gave you, do you like it? Su Wanqing held this heavy document. This is the behemoth that once nearly destroyed the Su family. Now, it has so effortlessly become his possession. Ling Chen, this is too precious. Su Wanqing felt it was unreal. Hey, we're family. Why say such things? Besides, I'm too lazy to manage these crappy companies. From now on, you are the Zhao Group. Oh, now it's called Ling Group. Chairman of the Tycoon, first subsidiary. Ling Chen stood up, patted Zhao Gang's shoulder, like comforting a stray dog. All right, don't cry. With a long face, to celebrate the successful acquisition, I've decided to take you father and son to experience life a little. Experience what? Zhao Gang had a bad feeling. Go. Ling Chen snapped his fingers. System, activate Tycoon's humiliation consumption mode. Detected. Host isn't a high satisfaction plot. Mission issued. Take the former richest man shopping. Mission requirement. In front of the Zhao father and son. Buy all the things they once wanted but couldn't bring themselves to buy, and force them to be porters. 1 hour later, Jiangqing's largest luxury car dealership. It displayed the world's top luxury cars. This used to be Zhao Yutian's favorite place to show off. But every time he came, he only dared to look at the entry-level models costing millions. As for the showroom, the Bugatti worth 10 to 20 million in the center. The night sound, he didn't even dare touch it. But today he came, though as a porter. Zhao Yutian wore a torn shirt, sweating profusely, following Ling Chen. And Zhao Gang, like an old servant, cowered with his head down. Young Master Zhao, does this car look familiar? Ling Chen pointed at the Bugatti, looking at Zhao Yutian with a half-smile. I heard you begged your dad for this car for half a year last time. Dad didn't buy it for you. Zhao Yutian swallowed, his eyes full of longing and envy. Igadiagajis, do you like it? I'll like it. If you like it, take a good look. Ling Chen walked to the car, pats the hood of the car, because from now on, you'll only drive it in your dreams. After saying that, Ling Chen turns to look at the sales manager. Swipe the card. Full payment. No need for test drive. Just give me the car keys. Mr. Ling is so excited his hands tremble. Ling Chen takes the car keys. Then, under Zhao Yutian's despairing gaze, casually tosses the keys to brother who behind him. Who's this car is for you. From now on, use this to buy groceries. Don't drive that crappy Jinbei anymore. Disgraceful. The entire crowd is petrified. A 120 million Bugatti grocery car given to a bodyguard. Brother who holds the keys in his hands. Tears stream down his face. Immediately kneels down to Ling Chen. Boss, you're my second parents. From now on, this life of mine is yours. Zhao Yutian's mood at this moment is worse than eating shit. The dream car he longed for has actually been casually given by Ling Chen to a thug. Don't rush. It's not over yet, Ling Chen. Keep walking forward. I'll take that Rolls-Royce. Give it to President Su as a commuter car. That Ferrari. Buy the LaFerrari. The color is too flashy. Spray it black when we get back. And those Aston Martins. Package them up for the cleaning ladies at my company. Give one to each. To make their commute easier. In just half an hour, Ling Chen sweeps through the entire dealership. Total spending, 800 million. Zhao Gang and Zhao Yutian follow behind. Their arms full of various luxury car gifts, car covers, perfume. Tired like two dead dogs. Every time they see Ling Chen swipe his card, their hearts twitch once. Ling Chen, please stop buying. We were wrong. Just give us a quick death. Zhao Gang finally breaks down, kneels on the ground, wailing. Ling Chen stops walking, turns around to look at the father and son. Quick death. Back then, when you kicked me out of the Ling family, when you made me deliver food in the pouring rain, did you give me a quick death? Ling Chen's eyes instantly turn ice cold. I told you I would make you wish you were dead, but unable to die. Brother who? Take these two losers to the police station. Tell the chief. Arrange a luxury single room for them. Also find a few enthusiastic roommates to take good care of them. I heard that young master, Zhao, has delicate skin. Should be very popular. Understood. Young master Ling, rest assured. I know the rules inside. Brother Wu grins malevolently, like dragging a dead dog. Drags the Zhao father and son out. No, Ling Chen, you can't do this. I am your brother. Brother, I was wrong. Zhao Yutian's desperate screams echo through the showroom, finally fading away. After dealing with the Zhao family, Ling Chen lets out a long sigh. What's wrong? Su Wanqing walks up to him, gently takes his arm. Nothing, just feel a bit bored. Ling Chen looks at the bustling streets outside the showroom. The Zhao family fell too fast. No challenge at all. Su Wanqing laughs. If others hear you say that, they'd probably beat you to death. That was the Zhao family, the sky over Jiangqing. Now the sky has changed. Ling Chen takes her hand. Come on, I'll take you somewhere. Where? To see a new office. The top floor of the Zhao Group building. The view is nice there. Perfect for romance. Just as the two are about to leave, Ling Chen's phone suddenly rings. It's an encrypted number with no location. Ling Chen frowns slightly. Answers the call. Who is it? On the other end of the line, a voice, old but vigorous, comes through, carrying an authority of one long in power. Young man, I have to say, the commotion you caused in Jiangqing these past few days is quite big. Ling Chen's eyes narrow slightly. It doesn't matter who I am, the old man says calmly. What matters is that you touched the Zhao family. Although that waste Zhao Gang's death is not to be regretted. He was, after all, a dog I raised. Even when beating a dog, you must consider its master. So the small one was beaten, and now the old one comes. What? You also want to issue a bounty? Ling Chen shows no fear. Instead, he's somewhat excited. Finally, a worthy opponent. Huh, bounty? That kind of low-level game. I don't play. The old man's voice carries a trace of mockery. Young man, although you have some money and some skill, but in the face of true power, money is just numbers. Martial strength is just brute force. I am the steward of the Yi family in the capital. My young master is very interested in the Tycoon system in your hands. Oh no, in your ability to conjure funds out of thin air. Very interested. Ling Chen's pupils contract sharply. He knows. The system gives a warning. The old man's voice continues. In 3 days, the Yi family will send someone to Jiangcheng to take over the Zhao family's mess. When that time comes, I hope you'll be sensible. Hand over what you have. Otherwise, you'll know what true despair means. Click. The call ends. Ling Chen stands there, phone in hand, long silent, not speaking. The Yi family of the capital. That is the true top-tier clan of Xia Kingdom. Legend has it, a behemoth that controls the economic lifelines of the nation. Compared to the Yi family, the Zhao family is indeed less than a dog, and they seem to have detected the existence of the system. Ling Chen, what's wrong? Who called? Wan Qing notices Ling Chen's on knees. Asks with concern. Ling Chen snaps back to reality. The seriousness in his eyes instantly dissipates, replaced by even more fervent fighting spirit. Nothing, just a self-important old man. Ling Chen puts his phone back in his pocket. Looks north. That's the direction of the capital. Wan Qing, it seems our leisure time is over. The next game might be a bit thrilling. System, Ling Chen mutters in his heart. Ding. Detected host encountering a world-level crisis. Precursor. System upgrade mission. Initiate the aggressive Tycoon mission. Objective. Before the Yi family arrives. Elevate your own influence, wealth, and martial power, and connections to the overlord level. Current reward. Future foresight. Technology military factory. And a set of blueprints. Also, a recruitment token. Can recruit 100 absolutely loyal gene warriors. Fund unlimited flow mode. Time limit, 24 hours. All purchases, regardless of amount. Not only will it not deduct money, but will give double cashback. Hearing the third reward, Ling Chen smiles, laughs unbridledly, with extreme arrogance. Unlimited flow double cashback. The Yi family, huh? Want to play with power? Want to play economic blockade? Then I'll use money to smash a hole in your Yi family's capital. Ling Chen takes Su Wanqing's hand, strides toward the newly bought Bugatti. To spend money. Tonight, I'm going to double the entire GDP of Jiangqing. Jiangqing Caesar Palace Grand Hotel. This is the venue for tonight's Century Charity Gala. Although in name it's charity, but in reality, it's a show of Western capital and domestic comprador forces. A musculflexine convention. The host is the Rothschild family, and the co-host is clearly the Yi family of the capital. Luxury cars line up at the hotel entrance. This event scale far exceeds any before. No longer the local tycoons from Jiangqing, but Wall Street titans, European aristocrats, and top-tier scions from domestic families. When Ling Chen's black Hongqi H9 state special car stops at the end of the red carpet, countless flashbulbs go off. Ling Chen, arm in arm with Su Wanqing in her evening gown, steps out. Su Wanqing tonight wears a starry sky flow dress personally designed by Ling Chen. The skirt, exchanged from the system's future material, ripples as she moves as if a galaxy is flowing within it. Instantly, it outshines every Hollywood actress and socialite present. So that's Ling Chen? I heard he built a 6th-gen engine. Really? Humph. Having offended the Rothschilds and Yi Jia. Tonight is likely his Hongmen banquet. Whispers buzz around. Ling Chen ignores them and leads Su Wanqing straight into the banquet hall. Inside, the hall is resplendent. But right in the center of the hall stands a massive display table, covered with red cloth, surrounded by foreign bodyguards with loaded guns. That's the final lot of the night. A cold voice comes from the side. A middle-aged man in a tang suit, holding 2 iron balls in his hand, walks over. Behind him follow a venomous Yi Tianlin and William, who is just angered by Ling Chen. This middle-aged man is the second in command of the Yi family, Yi Tianlin, known as the Smiling Tiger, Yi Zhentian. Mr. Ling, I've heard so much about you. Yi Zhentian gives a false smile and bows slightly. I am Yi Zhentian. I hear my worthless nephew has received a lot of your care in Jiangqing. Care is a strong word. Ling Chen says flatly. I just helped him fix his car and incidentally taught him some manners. Yi Tianlin wants to rush at him, but Yi Zhentian stops him. A sharp tongue is a good thing for a young man, but some things can't be kept with just words. Yi Zhentian points to the display table. Tonight's auction was specially prepared for you by Mr. William. I hope your wallet is as tough as your talk. With that, the 3 laugh meaningfully and walk away, heading to the VIP seats. What are they up to? Su Wanqing has a bad feeling. Whatever they're up to, Ling Chen's eyes turn cold. Tonight, they won't take a single cent away. The gala begins. After lengthy speeches, the highlight, the auction, finally arrives. The first few lots are jewelry and calligraphy. Though valuable, Ling Chen doesn't bid. He's waiting for the so-called final lot. Finally, William steps onto the auction stage. Ladies and gentlemen, William says with vengeful glee, his eyes locked on Ling Chen below the stage. The last item tonight is a national treasure of X country that has been lost overseas for a century. He yanks off the red cloth, and the entire hall gasps. In a display case is a bronze dragon head, caked with dirt yet still majestic. That is the most mysterious of the old Summer Palace Zodiac bronzes. The dragon head whose whereabouts have been unknown. This dragon head is a war trophy our family obtained in the war a century ago. William deliberately stresses the word trophy for every ex-country citizen present. It is a blatant insult. Starting bid, $1 billion US. Minimum increment, $100 million US. William looks challengingly at Ling Chen. Mr. Ling, I hear you're a patriotic businessman. Now is your chance to prove your patriotism. If you don't buy it, this dragon head will be sent to the British Museum tomorrow for permanent display, labeled as a testament to the conquest of the East. The ex-country businessmen below explode in outrage. Shameless. That's robbery. Too arrogant. They're slapping us in the face. But $1 billion. That's too expensive. All eyes turn to Ling Chen. This is a dead end. Buy it, and you're a fat lamb. Pumping blood into Western capital. Don't buy it, and you let the national treasure be humiliated, ruining your reputation. Yi Jintian sneers from the side. Ling Chen, why aren't you bidding? What about your unlimited funds? What about your patriotism? Don't tell me you're a coward. Ling Chen slowly stands up. He straightens his suit button, his gaze calm as he looks at William on stage. $1 billion? Ling Chen raises his paddle. I bid $10 billion. The hall falls dead silent. $10 billion. Even William is stunned. He only planned to squeeze a few billion from Ling Chen, but the guy directly multiplied it by 10. Ling Chen, are you insane? Su Wanqing grabs his sleeve. This is a trap set by those bandits. If you give them this money, they'll turn things around. Relax. Ling Chen pats her hand. Whether we pay or not isn't up to them. On stage, William snaps out of it. With $10 billion, not only will the family crisis be resolved, but they'll make a huge profit. 10 billion once. 10 billion twice sold. William bangs the gavel impatiently. Mr. Ling, please transfer immediately. We only accept instant SWIFT transfers. He had already arranged it. As soon as Ling Chen's money entered the SWIFT system, he would use his authority to swallow it first, then freeze the transaction on money laundering grounds. In the end, no national treasure and no refund. That's the pinnacle of thuggery. Ling Chen takes out the black card and hands it to the approaching staff member. The transfer interface appears on the big screen, just as everyone holds their breath, waiting for that astronomical sum to be transferred. The screen flickers, turning blood red. Warning, transaction failed. Error code 404. The named bank has been acquired. What? William is dumbfounded. What do you mean the bank was acquired? This is Atlantic United Bank, our family's own bank. Ling Chen stands below the stage, hands in his pockets, flashing a brilliant smile. Sorry, Mr. William. Just 1 minute before the auction started, I used that $10 billion on the U.S. stock secondary market to complete a mandatory tender offer for Atlantic United Bank. In other words, Ling Chen points at the POS terminal. I am now using my own money in my own bank, a left-hand to right-hand transaction, and as the former shareholder of this bank, for suspected major financial fraud and misappropriation of depositor funds. Ling Chen snaps his fingers. The banquet hall doors burst open. A group of Interpol officers rush in. The lead officer holds up a red wanted notice. William Rothschild, you are under arrest for stock market manipulation, money laundering, and commercial fraud. What? No, impossible. William watches the police closing in, completely losing it. I'm a Rothschild. I have diplomatic immunity. Mr. Yi, save me. He looks at Yi Jintian, but Yi Jintian's face is already ashen, sitting motionless in his chair, because he feels several red laser aiming dots on his body, locked tightly onto his forehead. That was the sniper from the Shadow Legion. Ling Chen waved his hand. William was dragged away like a dead dog. That dragon head was left on the stage. Ling Chen stepped onto the stage. He lifted the heavy bronze dragon head with one hand. Trophy. Ling Chen looked at the audience. Those stunned foreign capitalists. His voice exploded like thunder. Remember, from today onward, offense and defense have switched. What belongs to us? I will take back piece by piece, whether by buying or by force. Below the stage, thunderous applause and cheers erupted. Countless Siam merchants wept tears of joy. At this moment, a century of suppressed anger finally released. Su Wanqing looked at the radiant man on stage, her eyes full of infatuation. This was her man, standing alone against the world, and still winning. But just as the crowd cheered, in Ling Chen's mind, suddenly sounded the system's unprecedented prompt. Ding! Detected host completion of shattering. Old capital achievement. System performing ultimate upgrade. Upgrade complete. Tycoon System version 3.0. Dimension Overlord activated. New functions unlocked. Dimension Mall no longer limited to Earth technology. Level 1 Cosmic Civilization tech unlocked, such as antimatter energy. Gene lock unlocking fluid. Space folding technology. Overlord domain, within 100 meters of the host. Absolute authority to modify physical rules. E.g., gravity doubled. Time freeze for 1 second. Final mission activated. Global Financial Tycoon Purge. Ling Chen looked at these new features. The golden light in his eyes surged. Even the surrounding air, due to energy overflow, produced visible ripples. Dimension Overlord. Just then, Yi Jintian suddenly stood up. He looked at Ling Chen, not only without fear, but revealed a strange smile. Ling Chen, brilliant, truly brilliant. Yi Jintian clapped his hands, slowly walked toward Ling Chen. Seems the legend is true. You really have that thing on you. Originally, the Yi family wanted to spare your life, use you as a money-making tool. But now it seems, you've grown to an uncontrollable level. Yi Jintian pulled out a black remote from his pocket. Know what this is? This cruise ship, the Caesar's Palace, has been rigged by us, with 3 tons of liquid explosives. Let me press it. No matter how much money you have, no matter what black tech you have, you'll be reduced to ashes in an instant. Ling Chen, hand over your system, or let this ship full of elites and your beloved woman be buried with you. The cheers throughout the hall stopped abruptly. Su Wanqing's face turned pale. Madman, Ye Zentian, are you insane? There are hundreds of innocent people on this ship. Innocent? Ye Zentian laughed wildly. Great achievers don't sweat the small stuff. As long as I get the Tycoon System, let alone hundreds of people. Even if half of Jiangcheng dies, it's worth it. Ling Chen, kneel down. Extract the system, or I will press it. Yi Zhentian's finger rested on the red button. Ling Chen looked at him, like watching a clown. Time freeze. Ling Chen softly uttered 4 words. Overlord domain, activate. Time freeze for 1 second. The whole world suddenly turned gray-white. Flying spittle. Terrified expressions. The rise and fall of waves. Even Yi Zhentian's finger pressing down. All frozen in that instant. Ling Chen moved. He strolled as if in his own backyard. Slowly walked up to Yi Zhentian. Reached out and took the remote from his hand. Then backhanded a slap across Yi Zhentian's face. Time resumed flow. Yi Zhentian only felt a blur. The remote in his hand was gone. Then intense pain shot through half his face. His whole body spun like a top 3 times on the spot. Several teeth mixed with blood flew out. Yi Zhentian covered his face, staring in terror at a few meters away. Ling Chen, who was toying with the remote. Are you human or ghost? How'd you do that? What has happened? Teleportation. Ling Chen crushed the remote. Shards fell to the ground. I told you in this domain. I'm a god. Ling Chen walked up to Yi Zhentian, looking down at this once arrogant Yi family. Second in command. The Yi family's era is over. Tonight, this ship will not sink. But the Yi family's sinking ship is doomed. Ling Chen turned around, announced to the stunned guests. Tonight's banquet continues. But the next program is a trial. Yi Zhentian conspired with foreign forces, attempted murder of a national hero, and placed bombs in a public venue. Evidence is conclusive. Long Yi appeared, no one knew when. Long Yi, with a pair of ghost-like, appeared behind Yi Zhentian. Throw him overboard. Then no. Do you dare? I'm a member of the Yi family. My elder brother is. A huge splash as he hit the water ended all of Yi Zhentian's bluster. The river water was icy cold, bottomless, just like Ling Chen's eyes at that moment. He looked north. The Yi family's last trump card was gone. Next, it's time to go to the capital to collect the biggest debt. Su Wanqing walked to his side, grasped his hand tightly, though her palm was still trembling. Her gaze was unwaveringly firm. This time, I'll go with you. Ling Chen held her hand back, looked at the dragon head in his hand, symbol of kingship. What we're going to reclaim is not just justice, but a new era that belongs to us. The deep autumn in the capital was bleak and grim. The Yi family's old mansion at the foot of West Mountain. This building, which witnessed 3 dynasties come and go, through countless power struggles, stood unshaken, a behemoth. Today, however, was shrouded in unprecedented fear. The sky was overcast. Low clouds seemed almost within reach. Inside the Yi family's main hall, the Loyalty Hall, the atmosphere was stifling to the extreme. The current head of the Yi family, Old Master Yi Zhen, who once could make the whole capital tremble with a mere stomp, was now sitting upright in the old master's chair. But the 2 lion-head walnuts in his hands, which he had polished for half a lifetime, were crushed to powder. Below him knelt Yi Tianling, who had just escaped back, and on both sides of the hall sat 7 or 8 elders with restrained auras and prominent temples. These were the Yi family's foundation. The 8 tribesmen of Yi, every one of them, was a grandmaster-level figure in the martial arts world. Grandfather, second uncle. He was thrown into the river to feed the fish. Yi Tianlin couldn't stop trembling. Smack! Yi Zhen backhanded him with his cane. You useless fool. Boosting the enemy's morale. Deflating our own prestige. Yi Zhen stood up, though over 80 years old. The killing intent forged through mountains of corpses and seas of blood still sent chills down spines. There's no such thing as sorcery in this world. Just some unknown super high-tech. He looked around the room, his gaze as sharp as a falcon's. My Yi family has stood in the capital for 100 years. We've weathered countless storms. Back when the 8-nation alliance entered Beijing, they couldn't destroy the Yi family. And now a parvenu like him presumes to deliver my family's master order? Yi Zhen slammed his cane down hard. The floor tiles shattered instantly. Activate the Skynet defense system. That's the 20 billion yuan laser defense array, purchased from Western Blackwater. It can even intercept cruise missiles. 8 guardians heed my command. Guard the inner courtyard. If that Ling fellow dares set 1 foot inside the gate, kill him without mercy. Meanwhile, a flash of mad determination flickered in Yi Zhen's eyes. Release that thing from the forbidden area on the back mountain. Since he wants to play with inhuman methods, this old man will show him what a real monster is. Hearing that thing, the 8 Grandmaster-level experts present all changed expression. Deep wariness showed in their eyes. Even fear. Just then, boom, rumble, high above the 9 heavens. A dull thunderclap suddenly echoed. But this thunder didn't sound like a natural storm. It was more like some giant engine, compressing the atmosphere at low altitude. Everyone in the Yi manor instinctively rushed out of the hall. They looked up at the sky. The next second, everyone's pupils contracted sharply. Above them, the thick dark clouds seemed to be torn open by an invisible giant hand, forcibly ripping a huge hole. A pitch-black, giant aircraft shaped like a sharp sword floated silently above Ye's compound. It blotted out the sun, casting a huge shadow over everyone's hearts. No papeles. No yet knows this. It just hung there quietly, defying all known physics. That was the interstellar shuttle exchange from the system all. The Celestial Punishment Civilian Beggar Edition. Even though it's the Beggar Edition, it's more than enough to intimidate the natives on Earth. More than enough. Well, what is this? Yi Tianlin collapsed to the ground, peeing himself. This is Ling Chen's ride? He's an alien. He really is an alien. Yi Zhen's hands were also trembling, but he still mustered his spirits and roared into the walkie-talkie. Air defense team. Open fire. Shoot him down. The rockeries around the Yi compound suddenly split open, revealing 4 sci-fi laser turrets and 6 sets of anti-air missile launchers. Swoosh. Swoosh. Flames shot skyward. 6 heat-seeking missiles, trailing long exhaust flames, roared toward the black giant ship in the sky. Then, 4 high-energy laser beams, like the god of death's lightsabers, stabbed straight at the ship's underbelly. This was the Yi family's last resort. Also, firepower sufficient to destroy a modern armored division. Yet, facing this devastating attack, that black spaceship didn't even raise its shields. Only at the bow position, a faint blue light flickered. System command, activate. Physical law modification. Kinetic energy nullification. A bizarre scene unfolded. Those 6 missiles, traveling at Mach 3, when still 100 meters from the ship, suddenly like fireworks that ran out of fuel, their speed instantly dropped to 0. They then fell straight down, as if in free fall. Boom! 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 The missiles landed on the empty grounds of Ye's compound, on rockeries into fish ponds. Violent explosions instantly engulfed Ye's air defense positions. As for the 4 laser beams, when they hit the ship's surface, it was like shining a flashlight onto a mirror. They were directly reflected back. ZZZZ, the 4 laser turrets, instantly melted into pools of molten iron by their own lasers. In just one exchange, the Yi family's proud multi-billion yuan defense system self-destructed. As the smoke cleared, the Yi compound was a mess. Everywhere were ruins and groaning bodyguards. Yi Zhen stood at the entrance of the loyalty hall, face covered in dust and dirt. Stade vacant. His proud sky net was gone just like that. Just then, a hatch slowly opened on the underside of the spaceship in the sky. 2 figures leaped down from a kilometer up. No pedeshots. No belaides. They were free-falling. Madmen. That's suicide. One of Ye's grandmasters shouted. But when they were still 10 meters from the ground, their falling bodies suddenly moved against inertia, then landed softly on the ground, without stirring even a speck of dust. Ling Chen and Su Wanqing. Ling Chen wore a black trench coat, with a casual suit he'd worn in Jiangxing underneath. As for Su Wanqing, she had changed into a sharp white tactical suit, carrying the box with the dragon head. They stood side by side, in the center of the Yi compound's ruins, like a pair of gods descending to earth. Old Master Yi, pleased to meet you. Ling Chen looked up at the steps, at Yi Zhen, who seemed to have aged 10 years in an instant. A faint smile on his lips. This welcoming gift, quite a show, wasn't it? You. Yi Zhen pointed at Ling Chen, so angry that a mouthful of blood stuck in his throat. Ling Chen, this is the capital, under the emperor's very nose. How dare you openly use heavy weapons to attack a private residence? This is rebellion. Assault. Ling Chen spread his hands. Old man, are your eyes failing you? Clearly, your Yi family illegally stockpiled prohibited weapons and mishandled them, causing a sympathetic detonation. I'm just a concerned citizen who came specially to help put out the fire. As he spoke, Ling Chen snapped his fingers. Long Yi, send the video to the security bureau. Copy that. Long Yi's voice came through the air. Everything that just happened has been recorded by the ship's holographic cameras. Indeed, the Yi family fired first. Then their own missiles fell back and blew themselves up. Ling Chen didn't even lift a finger. Shameless. Yi Zhen trembled with rage. Compared to what your Yi family has done, I'm still far behind. Ling Chen's expression turned cold. He stepped forward. 8 guardians attack. Kill him. Yi Zhen roared it. The 8 grandmasters who had been watching exchanged glances. Although Ling Chen's entrance was terrifying, as martial artists, their pride made them refuse to believe there was a mortal who couldn't be killed. Don't be so arrogant. Old man's iron sandpalm. A burly old man bellowed, stomped on the floor tiles, and shot toward Ling Chen like a cannonball. His palms, black as iron, carried a stench and aimed straight at Ling Chen's crown. This strike could split stone and break steels. Ling Chen didn't even glance at him. System ability. Gravity amplification 100 times. Kneel, Ling Chen whispered. Crash. The Grandmaster, still midair, suddenly felt as if an invisible mountain crushed him, with no room to resist. His entire body, in a horrifying posture, smashed violently into the ground. Not kneeling, smashing. His kneecaps shattered instantly. The ground was blasted into a deep crater. He lay flat at the bottom like a sticker, unconscious. Dead silence fell over the scene. The remaining 7 Grandmasters forcibly halted. They stared at the scene, faces full of terror. Words become law. What level of cultivation is this? A living immortal on Earth. Do we still attack? Ling Chen looked around. I don't mind turning this place into a morgue. The 7 Grandmasters looked at each other. Then, with remarkable consensus, stepped back, turned, and fled. Are you kidding? This clearly isn't something humans can withstand. Though money is good, but life is more important. A bunch of useless trash. Yi Zheng, the useless one, watches the fleeing hired fighters, furious to the point of almost having a stroke. At this moment, Ling Chen has already reached the steps of Loyalty Hall. He doesn't go directly inside. Instead, he waves at Su Wanqing behind him. Wanqing, given the thing. Su Wanqing steps forward, places the box on the ground, opens it. The majestic bronze dragon head lies quietly inside. Its gaze seems to be scrutinizing this decaying family. Yi Zhen, Ling Chen's voice is as cold as ice. This thing was originally a tool your Yi family used, colluding with outsiders, to humiliate our countrymen. Now I brought it back, placing it here, not as a gift to you, but to tell you a lesson. Ling Chen takes one step up the stairs, staring down at Yi Zhen. Dragons are meant to be revered, not to be sold. Your Yi family is not worthy to live in this courtyard. Yi Zhen looks at that dragon head, then looks at Ling Chen pressing closer. The fear in his eyes finally turns into desperate madness. Good. Yi Zhen lets out a sinister laugh like a night owl. Ling Chen, you think you've already won? You think with high-tech you can dominate everything? You have no idea about the truth of this world. Yi Zhen suddenly pulls from his bosom a black ancient whistle carved with eerie runes. Blows it fiercely. The shrill whistle instantly pierces through the entire back mountain. Then the ground begins to tremble. A nauseating stench emerges from the forbidden area in the back mountain. With a loud roar, a terrifying howl shakes the sky. The back mountain wall collapses with a bang. A monster over 3 meters tall, its body covered in black scales, with blood-red eyes, on all fours, charges out like an out-of-control tank. Wherever it passes, plants wither. The floor tiles are corroded. At this moment, Su Wanqing's expression changes. A biochemical monster. Ha, Ling Chen. Take a good look. Ye Zhang laughs vividly. This is the ultimate weapon the Freemasons gave me, the Tyrant. It is made from ancient biological genes, fused with a variant of the T-virus. It feels no pain, has infinite strength, and is covered in deadly poison. The Tyrant roars, locking onto Ling Chen. Leaps suddenly, those claws strong enough to tear apart a tank. Aim directly for Ling Chen's face. Facing this biochemical monster, Ling Chen's expression finally shows a hint of change. It's disgust. This is your trump card? Ling Chen shakes his head. Too ugly. Just as the Tyrant's claws are about to touch the tip of Ling Chen's nose, Ling Chen's right hand suddenly raises. There is no earth-shattering flash of light. In his hand simply appears a seemingly ordinary lightsaber. No, that's not a lightsaber. It's a high-frequency particle cutting knife. A household cutting board. With a soft zip sound, Ling Chen's arm swings in a graceful arc. Time seems to freeze at this moment. The Tyrant's massive body passes over Ling Chen's head, falls heavily to the ground behind Ling Chen. No explosion, no blood and gore. Only on the monster's waist appears a thin red line like a strand of hair. 1 second later, crash. That so-called invulnerable ultimate weapon of infinite strength. Its upper body slowly slides off. The cut is as smooth as a mirror. Even the cross-section of the internal organs is clearly visible, instantly carbonized and sealed by high heat. Not a single drop of blood flows out. Instant kill. A true instant kill. Yi Zhen's wild laughter comes to an abrupt halt. His mouth is wide enough to fit a fist. He looks at the two halves of the corpse still twitching on the ground. Feels like his entire worldview has completely collapsed. That was the Freemasons spent $11 million to create the monster. A monster that could withstand rocket bombardment. Cut like tofu. Ling Chen puts away the particle knife. System, reclaim. He dusts off his hands, as if he had done something trivial. He walks up to the utterly limp Yi Zhen. Kicks away. The dragon head cane symbolizing the patriarch's authority. Anything else? Ling Chen leans down, looking into Yi Zhen's murky, terrified old eyes. If not, then it's time to settle accounts. Back then, your Yi family colluded with the Zhao family to set up a plot, framing my father, driving him to death, swallowing the Ling family's business. How do we settle that account? Just now you had people fire missiles at me, trying to kill me and silence me. How do we settle that account? Ye Zhen sleeps tidemble. I'm willing to pay compensation. All the Yi family's money to you. 100 billion. All to you. Please spare my worthless life. The money. Ling Chen laughs. Old Master Yi, you might have forgotten. Right now, what I lack the least is money. Ling Chen stands up straight, looks up at the sky. At that moment, the Judgment spaceship hovering overhead suddenly projects a massive holographic screen. On the screen are detailed pieces of evidence of crimes. Proof of the Yi family trafficking national intelligence. Accounts of the Yi family's money laundering. Recordings of the Yi family assassinating competitors. And even Yi Zhen's order just now. Surveillance video of using illegal weapons. At the same time, in every street and alley of the capital, all outdoor screens, phones, computers are forcibly pop-up windows, live broadcasting this evidence simultaneously. The whole city is in an uproar. The whole nation is shaken. No. Yi Zhen looks at the content on the hologram, completely despairing. This is to destroy the Yi family's reputation, make them infamous for 1,000 years. This is crueler than killing him. Kill the man, destroy his spirit. Ling Chen says calmly. Yizhen, I want you to watch with your own eyes. The century-old foundation you pride yourself on. How it crumbles under the spittle of the people. At this moment, the distant sound of sirens approaches. This time, it's not the protective umbrella the Yi family called, but directly ordered by the highest level. Fully armed Special Operations Forces. An enforcement team of the military court. Yizhen, you are suspected of treason and crimes against humanity. You are now arrested according to law. As the cold handcuffs are placed on Yizhen's wrists, this tyrant who dominated for half a century finally lowers his proud head. At the moment, he is escorted into the police car. He looks back and sees Ling Chen sitting in that Grandmaster's chair symbolizing supreme power, with Su Wanqing in his arms, fiddling with the dragon head in his hand, raising a glass to him in toast. That is the posture of a victor. Also the coronation of a new ruler. The Yi family has fallen completely, uprooted, with all core members of the Yi family captured, and the protective umbrella behind them. The entire power structure of the capital is reshuffled overnight, and Ling Chen becomes the one taboo everyone fears. Late at night, the Yi family's old mansion is now sealed, temporarily serving as Ling Chen's lodging. Ling Chen stands by the cliff at the back mountain, looking at the brightly lit capital below. Su Wanqing drapes a coat over him. What are you thinking? The great revenge has been. Aren't you happy? Ling Chen shakes his head, holds her hand. The Yi family may have fallen, but the matter isn't over yet. That monster tyrant just now, that's the work of the Western Freemasons. And Ling Chen, from his chest, pulled out the black bone whistle he had taken from Yizhen. His expression turned solemn. The material of this bone whistle is not from Earth. It was ground from the bones of some higher dimensional creature. Inside it contains a kind of energy fluctuation that even the system cannot fully analyze. The system just alerted me. Earth's coordinates may have been exposed. Su Wanqing exposed to whom? Ling Chen looked up at the vast starry sky. The true predators. Just then, the system in Ling Chen's mind suddenly issued an unprecedented screeching alarm. Warning! Warning! Cracks appearing in the planar barrier. Abyss energy detected. Invasion coordinates. Center of the Pacific Ocean. Target. Sees the plane dominator core and its host. In Ling Chen's pupils, golden data streams wildly flickered. He took a deep breath and crushed the bone whistle in his hand. Looks like there's no time to rest. Wanqing, notify Long, Shadow Legion, full assembly. Also, activate all weapon systems of the Judgment. We're going to the Pacific. Some guests have come a long way. I need to give them a proper welcome. Center of the Pacific. Point Nemo. This is the ocean farthest from any land on Earth. The South Pacific Gyre is known as the spacecraft cemetery. Yet today, this sea, called the Sea of Death, is boiling like a cauldron in hell, 10,000 meters above. The pitch-black Judgment interstellar shuttle is hovering in the clouds, with optical camouflage activated. Inside the cockpit, Ling Chen stands before the holographic projection table, looking down at the sea below. Beside him, Su Wanqing, waiting at Form 50 Nano Combat Suit. Though she has witnessed Ling Chen's many wonders, seeing the data on the holographic screen now still makes her scalp tingle. What is this? There's a city beneath the sea? Su Wanqing points at the screen, at the dense heat source signals. The screen shows 3 kilometers deep below Point Nemo. There stand a massive, pyramid-shaped complex emitting an eerie green glow. Its scale even surpasses Jiang City. Countless submarines and underwater mechs bustle around it like worker ants. This is the true headquarters of the Western secret organization, the Freemasons. Atlantis Fortress. They hide deep indeed. Ling Chen looks at the giant pyramid, gold light swirling in his eyes. System analysis shows this base's energy core is undergoing some kind of higher dimensional spatial resonance. They are summoning something. Summoning what? The tyrant was just a guard dog. This time, they summon the dog's master. Just then, Long Yi's voice rings directly through the neural link. Boss, the enemy has spotted us. Surface defense system activated. Before the words fade, the once calm sea suddenly churns violently. Boom, boom, boom. The sea explodes. 12 enormous metal pillars, each over 10 meters in diameter, rise from the sea surface, piercing straight into the clouds. Then, blinding high-energy ion beams weave into an impenetrable net of death, instantly locking onto the Judgment in the clouds. Warning, Judgment, high energy, strike detected. Energy level, nuclear explosion grade. The ship's AI emits a piercing alarm, finally showing their heads. Ling Chen's lips curl into a wild, arrogant smirk. Since they want to play Star Wars, I'll show them what a dimensionality reduction strike means. System, Hiding Planetari Orbital, Kernel. Rod of God, one-time experience edition. Deducting funds, 500 billion. Heavenly weapon in position. Ling Chen raises his hand and gently presses down toward the sea below. God said, let there be light. On a space orbit 30,000 kilometers away, a huge tungsten alloy disguised as a weather satellite. Kinetic weapon platform suddenly adjusts its attitude. A high-density tungsten rod, 6 meters long and weighing several tons, accelerated by electromagnetic rails, falls toward Earth at a terrifying speed of Mach 20. The atmosphere is torn apart instantly. The ultra-high temperature from friction turns it into a falling sun. Seconds later, on the Pacific Ocean surface, the 12 metal pillars still spewing death rays, along with the seawater within a 10-kilometer radius, are in an instant by a destructive pillar of light descending from the sky, completely vaporized. A belated, thunderous roar shatters the eardrums of whales thousands of miles away. A massive shockwave raises a tsunami 100 meters high, spreading wildly in all directions. And the deep, hidden Atlantis fortress's energy shield flickers violently under this strike, like a candle flame in a gale, on the verge of extinguishing. Inside the core council chamber of the underwater fortress, this hall is extremely magnificent. On the surrounding walls are carved indescribable ancient god totems. 12 elders in red robes, wearing golden masks, are seated around a round table. They are the highest authority of the Freemasons, the Truth 12. At this moment, these men, who usually manipulate global finance, war, and plagues as the puppet masters, are watching the ceiling above them collapsing, falling into unprecedented panic. Rod of God. That's the Rod of God. One elder screams in terror. That weapon only existed in theory. How could that Ling Chen possess it? Could he be an observer from a higher dimensional civilization? We must accelerate the ritual. The Grand Elder, seated at the head, speaks hoarsely. Under his mask, half a festering face is visible, with black tentacles writhing on it. Only by summoning the Abyss Lord can we survive, even if it means sacrificing the entire Earth. We must preserve our immortality. Begin the sacrifice. All 12 elders simultaneously slash their wrists, letting blood drip into a black vortex at the center of the table. As the blood pours in, the vortex spins wildly. A nauseating wave of evil energy erupts instantly, piercing directly through the alloy hull of the fortress, shooting straight to the sea surface. Above the sea, Ling Chen frowns. What a disgusting smell. He can sense an extremely evil energy underwater is awakening. That energy does not belong to Earth. It carries a hunger that devours everything. Wanqing, you stay on the ship. Activate all shields. Ling Chen turns to Su Wanqing and says, the coming fight might get a little dirty. You're going down? Su Wanqing grabs his hand. It's too dangerous. That's 3 kilometers underwater. Don't worry. Ling Chen gently kisses her forehead. I have a deep-sea battlesuit. Saying that, Ling Chen walks to the hatch and leaps out. System, activate. Poseidon battlesuit, covering in midair. Countless blue nanometal streams cover Ling Chen's body, instantly forming a streamlined, deep blue battlesuit. Holding a trident, the thrusters on his back spew dark blue ion flames. Then Ling Chen, like a torpedo, plunges fiercely into the boiling water. The moment he enters the water, the surrounding seawater seems to meet its king, automatically parting to both sides. Ling Chen accelerates underwater, his speed even surpassing a supercavitating torpedo. The massive pyramid fortress is now clearly visible. Surrounding the fortress, tens of thousands of biochemical monsters, tyrants with gills, semi-mechanized giant megalodons, even humanoid octopus monsters, surge toward him like a swarm of bees. 8-year-old Ling Chen swings his trident fiercely. Dominion field, absolute zero. Crack, with Ling Chen at the center. The seawater within a kilometer radius instantly freezes. Countless charging monsters don't even get a chance to open their mouths before being frozen into lifelike ice sculptures. Ling Chen's momentum doesn't stop. He smashes through countless ice sculptures, like a meteor, slamming hard into the fortress's energy shield. The tip of the broken trident erupts with blinding golden light. That's antimatter annihilation energy. Boom! The indestructible energy shield shatters like a bubble. Ling Chen's charge doesn't slow. He pierces straight through the fortress's outer wall and crashes into the central council chamber. As the dust settles, Ling Chen walks out of the rubble, trident in hand. 12 elders who are performing a ritual are thrown to the ground by the massive shockwave, all covered in dust and shame. Go on, continue. Ling Chen stomps the mask of the chief elder into pieces, revealing the monstrous face beneath. Why stop chanting? Forget your lines? You. The chief elder stares at Ling Chen in terror, black tentacles inside his body writhing wildly, trying to attack. Ling Chen casually pins him to the ground, nailing the chief elder dead. Golden energy flows in through the trident, and the tentacles turn to ash amid screams. Don't die just yet. Ling Chen coldly looks at the remaining 11 elders. Tell me, what exactly is the Abyss? Why did you invite the wolf into your home? Haha, too late. It's already too late. One elder suddenly bursts into manic laughter, pointing at the black vortex in the center of the round table. The door is already open. The Lord has set his gaze upon this place. You will all die. All of you will become the Lord's nourishment. Before his words fade, the black vortex suddenly expands violently, instantly engulfing the entire round table. Then it transforms into a pillar of black light, reaching the sky, piercing straight through the fortress's dome and into the clouds. A chilling dread from the depths of the soul sweeps the entire area. Ling Chen jerks his head up. Inside the black pillar of light, a giant, palm covered in scales, and eyes slowly reaches out. That palm is enormous. A single finger alone is 100 meters long. Then comes a massive head, a face beyond description, covered in compound eyes, green acid dripping from its mouth. Abyss Lord Cthulhu's Shadow, Projection Level 3. Cosmic Civilization Creature Combat Assessment, Star-Destroying Level. System, red warning boxes. Almost fill Ling Chen's entire field of vision. Level 3 Civilization. Ling Chen takes a deep breath. Interesting. The giant monster doesn't fully emerge. Only half its body comes out, yet it already fills almost the entire underwater space. Its countless compound eyes lock on a Ling Chen, emitting a sound that directly affects brain waves. System bearer, found you. Like hundreds of millions of insects crawling inside his mind. Enough to drive anyone insane. Looking for me? Ling Chen raises an eyebrow. What? You want to inherit my Hua Bei credit? Hand over the origin seed. Or face destruction. The monster roars, its giant hand reaching for Ling Chen. This grab carries the law of space confinement. Impossible to dodge. Ling Chen feels the space around him turn solid. His body can't move at all. So this is the power of a level 3 civilization. It touches the rules themselves. Boss, be careful. Su Wanqing's terrified scream comes through the communicator. Don't panic. Ling Chen closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. System, I want to buy a cheat. State your request. Host, I want to buy the ownership of this dimension. The system is silent for a second, as if shocked by Ling Chen's audacity. Responding to host, purchasing full ownership of Earth dimension requires funds. 100 trillion, 10 to the power of 20. Tycoon points. Host's current balance insufficient. Who said I want to buy Earth? Ling Chen's eyes snap open. The golden light in his eyes turns into a chaotic gray. What I want to buy is, right now, the protagonist halo of this very second. Detecting host's intent. Opening special item. Child of the plane. Absolute luck. Time limit, 10 seconds. Price. All remaining assets clear to 0. Exchange. Yes or no. All assets clear to 0. That's hundreds of billions. Trillions. Ling Chen doesn't hesitate for a moment. Exchange. Money can be earned again. If I die, or if Earth explodes, then there's no game left. Transaction successful. Host current balance, 0. Child of the plane mode activated. For these 10 seconds, you are the universe's own daddy. Boom. An indescribable force empowers Ling Chen. The feeling of being confined in space instantly shatters. Ling Chen moves. He doesn't dodge the giant hand. Instead, he charges straight at it. The trident in his hand disappears, replaced by an ordinary-looking frying pan. That's right. This is the luck artifact bundled with the system. Get lost. Ling Chen roars, swinging the frying pan hard against the Abyss Lord's finger. Clang. A crisp, clear metallic ring. The impossible happens. That star-destroying, so-called level 3 civilization creature, the Abyss Lord, actually has its finger broken by that single pan strike. Good. The monster lets out a roar full of confusion and agony. It doesn't understand. This defies science. Not done yet. Ling Chen blinks, instantly appearing in front of the monster's giant eye. This pan strike is for all the people you've killed. Bang. One giant compound eye bursts, green fluid splattering everywhere. This one is because you're so ugly. You scare my Wanqing. Bang. Another eye explodes. This one is because you made me a broke loser. Bang. 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 Ling Chen is like a berserk meme video. The frying pan in his hand turning into countless afterimages. In just a few seconds, he lands thousands of hits on that enormous face. Every single strike triggers absolute critical hit, absolute stun, and absolute armor break effects. The Abyss Lord is completely dumbfounded. It even feels a fear it hasn't known for ages. This human, something's wrong. This power, it's causality-based strikes above the rules. Get back into your cesspool. At the final moment, Ling Chen leaps high, using all his strength to slam the pan onto the monster's forehead. Go on. Wham! The Abyss Lord's massive body is actually knocked back into the black vortex by this single blow. No, I will return. The monster howls in unwilling rage, but its body uncontrollably falls into the abyss. While the vortex hasn't closed yet, Ling Chen pulls out from his pocket a 2-dimensional foil, budget version, bought from the shop. It's a piece of paper with a funny face drawn on it. Here's a gift for you. Something to kill the time on your way. Ling Chen casually tosses the paper into the vortex. The whirlpool suddenly contracts. Then, under the effect of that piece of paper, space begins to collapse, descending into the passage that originally led to the abyss. Instantly becomes a painting in the void. A flat oil painting. In the painting is the monster's terrified face. Everything returns to silence. Playing Chosen Mode ends. Congratulations, host, on completing the Godslayer achievement. Current assets, 0. Ling Chen floats in the empty undersea ruins, looking at the mess all around, and the 12 elder bodies shattered by energy waves. He feels his pocket. Really, not a single cent left. Not even enough to take a taxi back to Jiangcheng. Impulse is the devil. Ling Chen sighs. Just then, a submarine slowly approaches. It's the escape pod of the Sky Punishment, piloted by Su Wanqing. Coming down to pick him up. The hatch opens. Su Wanqing swims out recklessly and tightly hugs Ling Chen. We won. We won. We won. Ling Chen smiles wryly. But Wanqing, I have bad news for you. What? Su Wanqing looks at him nervously. I am bankrupt. Now I'm penniless. A real poor bastard. Su Wanqing is stunned for a moment, then bursts into laughter. She cups Ling Chen's face in the water and kisses him. It's okay. Before, you supported me. From now on, I'll support you. Don't forget, I am now the chairman of Zhao Group, Su Group, and the Atlantic Bank. Ling Chen also laughs. Looks like I'm destined to eat this soft rice. The two surface from the sea, looking at the long-missed sunlight. The Pacific winds and waves have calmed. Yet Ling Chen knows. This is only temporary peace. The words the Abyss Lord said before leaving, and the system's hints about the original owner, all point to a greater secret. What exactly is the system? Why are those high-dimensional beings all fighting for it? Detected host completed all battle missions of Phase 2. Ultimate mission unlocked, the origin of the system. Please proceed to the Death Valley of Kunlun Mountain, where the bones of the previous system host are buried. Ling Chen looks at the virtual panel before him, his eyes narrowing. Previous host bones. Seems the ending of this story is not a simple tycoon's rise, but a scheme spanning 10,000 years. Wanqing, go home and pack up. Ling Chen looks at the distant horizon. We should go to the final stop to uncover the truth of all this. Kunlun Mountain Death Valley. This place is called the Gate of Hell. Thunderstorms rage all year round. The magnetic field is extremely disturbed. For hundreds of years, countless herders and explorers have perished here, leaving no bones behind. Yet today, the thunder here is more violent than ever. Boom! A purple lightning bolt tears the sky, striking fiercely into the perpetually snow-covered valley floor. A massive black ship, the Sky Punishment, ignores the thunderstorm that could instantly destroy a tank, like a moving steel fortress, slowly lands deep in the Death Valley. The hatch opens. The cold wind howls. Ling Chen, holding Su Wanqing's hand, walks out. He no longer wears the previous battle armor, only a simple black windbreaker, but his eyes are deeper than the ice and snow of Kunlun. This is the end point. Su Wanqing looks at the scattered bones of cattle and sheep, feeling a pang of fear. It's the end, and also the beginning. Ling Chen looks at the system radar in his hand. On the screen, the dot representing the origin seed is glowing red hot. Its position is right beneath their feet. Get to work. It's easy. It's the Shadow Legion already on standby, operating 2 giant laser drilling machines. They aim at the huge black rock at the valley floor and begin the operation. ZZZZ. As the rock melts under high heat, a shocking secret gradually reveals itself to the world. That was never a rock. It is a ship buried underground for who knows how many millennia. An ancient and magnificent bronze warship. Its shape is ancient and desolate. Its surface covered with intricate cloud and thunder patterns. The sword hilt is a ferocious dragon head. Though eroded by time, it still exudes a suffocating imperial aura. This is the style of the Qin dynasty. Su Wanqing exclaims. Could the legend of Qin Shi Huang's tomb be more than just a legend? Ling Chen takes a deep breath and pulls Su Wanqing to jump into the cut-open entrance. Welcome to the First Emperor's command ship. The interior of the ship is not as dark as imagined. The moment Ling Chen steps into the main control room, countless ever-burning lamps, actually nuclear fusion cold light lamps, automatically light up. In the center of the hall stands a throne made of black gold. Seated on the throne, a skeleton wearing a black dragon robe, even reduced to white bones. He still maintains the posture of hand on longsword, gazing at the sky. That aura of if I get it, it's my fortune. If I lose it, it's my fate. Across 2,000 years, still makes one want to kneel. And in front of the skeleton, a crystal emitting soft white light floats. Civilization Origin Seed. System, is this your previous host? Ling Chen asks softly. Yes, the system's cold mechanical voice. At this moment, actually carries a trace of human vicissitude. Previous host, Ying Zhang. Codename, Ancestral Dragon. System version 1.0. Civilization Hegemony. Cause of death. To resist the first wave of Abyss invasion. Exhausted all system points. Forcibly overdrew life force. Activated the 9 provinces barrier and the Great Wall orbital defense system. Ultimately died from exhaustion. Ling Chen is filled with awe. So the so-called building of the Great Wall was not only to defend against the Xiongnu, but also to guard against hunters from the heavens. Buzz. Just then, that origin seed suddenly vibrates. A holographic image is projected from the skeleton. It is a dignified middle-aged man, though only an image. His eyes seem to pierce through time and space. Record. Ying Zhang's voice echoes in the hall, with a strong ancient Qin accent. When you see this recording, I will already be gone. I unified the 6 kingdoms. Standardized writing and axle widths. I thought I could bring eternal peace to Huaxia. But beyond the heavens, there are more heavens. Those greedy predators. The Abyss covet Earth's coordinates. I exhausted the nation's resources to build the 12 golden men, giant mechas, stationed at the Great Wall, and the orbital cannon array. Though we temporarily repelled them, I know they will eventually return. I left behind the origin seed. It records my unfinished grand ambition, and also seals my final legacy. If you are one who cares for the world, then merge with it, and protect this beautiful land for me. The image fades. Ling Chen is silent for a long time. He steps forward, reaches out, and grasps the origin seed. Rest assured, ancestor. Ling Chen's eyes are firm. The war you didn't finish. I'll fight. The money you didn't spend. Haha, I'll spend it for you. Boom. The origin seed instantly merges into Ling Chen's palm. Countless chaotic streams of information flood into his mind. That is Ing Zheng's memories, blueprints of ancient technology, and more. The entire defense authority of Earth. Detected. Origin seed fusion successful. Original seed fusion successful. Tycoon System final form. Activate Earth Administrator mode. Congratulations, host. You have inherited the first emperor's legacy. Account balance now immeasurable, because what you have inherited is the fortune and historical heritage of all Huaxia. Just as Ling Chen fuses with the origin, sudden changes erupt in the outside world. The sky over Kunlun Mountains collapses instantly. No longer the small cracks from before. The entire dome turns blood red. Countless enormous black warships swarm out of the dimensional rift like locusts. That is the main fleet of the Abyss civilization. They have finally locked Earth's coordinates, launching a total war warning. Warning, planet destroying. Strike detected. Enemy count, 100,000 ships. Estimated Earth destruction. Countdown, 10 minutes. Su Wanqing looks at the alarm on her wrist. Her face pale. Ling Chen, can we really stop this? That's 100,000 interstellar warships. Ling Chen slowly opens his eyes. His pupils have turned completely gold. The majesty of an administrator. He glances at his personal account, 0. Then at the system panel. The dragon-shaped legacy account glowing. Ling Chen laughs. Laughs with utter arrogance. Why fight? Since the ancestors left me a legacy, it means I'm supposed to blow it all. Ling Chen takes Su Wanqing's hand and walks out of the ancient sword, standing at the highest point of Death Valley, facing the alien fleet pressing down from the sky. He raises his hand and snaps his fingers at the sky. System, I want to spend. Host, speak. I want to buy this chapter of history. Awaken the 12 golden men Titan mecha. Awaken the Great Wall Star Ring Defense Array. Awaken the Million Terracotta Soldier Ghost Legion. Payment method, 5,000 years of Huaxian national destiny. Beep, payment successful. Awakening in progress. The next second, the entire land of China erupts. Zan, the mausoleum of the first emperor, trembles violently. The earth mound explodes open. Not clay figurines. Those thousands of terracotta warriors. The mud on their surface instantly peels off, revealing the cold, gleaming, nanometal bodies beneath. Their eyes light up red. The bronze swords in their hands instantly plasma eyes. Wind, wind, great wind. The earth-shaking war cry resounds through the clouds. A million mechanical terracotta warriors soar into the sky. At the same time, at the Xianyang ruins, 12 giant bronze mecha, each a kilometer tall, burst out of the ground. Each one radiates energy comparable to a nuclear power plant, wielding giant axes and halberds, like ancient demons resurrected. Even more breathtaking is the Great Wall. The winding, ancient wall now blazes with brilliant golden light. Bricks fall away, revealing beneath the superconducting railgun array buried for 2,000 years. What is this? The commander of the Abyss fleet in the sky stares at the planet suddenly coming to life below, his tentacles stiff with terror. Who allowed you to look down upon my empire? Ling Chen's voice, amplified by the origin, thunders across the globe, even exploding directly into every alien's mind. He waves his hand. Kill. Boom. 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 The Great Wall transforms into a golden dragon. Countless antimatter beams surge into the sky, instantly vaporizing the first wave of alien vanguard ships. The 12 Titan Golden Men leap onto the clouds, each swing of their giant weapons, splitting a kilometer-long mothership in two. The Million Ghost Legion surges forth, like a black tide crashing into the enemy ranks, engaging in brutal boarding combat. This is a massacre across time and space. This is Earth's most furious roar against the predators. Ling Chen stands atop the Kunlun Peak, watching the splendid fireworks. Wanqing, is it beautiful? Su Wanqing is already stunned. Tears blur her eyes. Beautiful, this is the most expensive fireworks I've ever seen. And it's not over yet. Ling Chen looks at the largest flagship in the sky, the Abyss Mothership. If we're going to splurge, then go all the way. Ling Chen raises his hand again. System, one last purchase. I want to buy Earth's Ascension. Push this planet to a 4th-tier civilization. Damn it. Confirm payment. Consuming all remaining. Fortune. Loading. Planet engine. Loading. Quantum shield. Loading. Causality weapon. Earth Ascension. Begin. Boom. A white light bright enough to illuminate the entire Milky Way erupts from Earth's core. In that instant, the Abyss fleet is like snow under sunlight. Not even a trace remains, directly erased by causality. Earth's volume does not increase, but its energy level leaps in this moment. From now on, this blue planet will become a true forbidden zone in the universe. 3 months later, the Abyss fades, civilization restarts, though they went through a great war. Under Ling Chen's superpowered restoration, the cities not only return to their original state, but become even more futuristic. The Sky Garden on the top floor of SKP has now been transformed into a crystal palace floating in the clouds. At the wedding, Su Wanqing wears the wedding dress named City Toppling Love. This wedding dress is made by Ling Chen from the core material of the Abyss Mothership. fused with mermaid tears and deep-sea pearls. Its value is incalculable. She is breathtakingly beautiful, arm in arm with her father. Step by step, she walks toward the man at the end of the red carpet. Ling Chen now is the recognized chief of Earth, the guardian of human civilization, but he still smiles like a big boy, his eyes only on the bride walking toward him. Duo wears a little flower girl's dress, toddles happily behind, holding up the hem, grinning from ear to ear. Mr. Ling, old Xian, the witness, beams with excitement. Do you take Miss Su Wanqing as your wife? For richer or poorer? When they say poorer, the guests below break in a knowing laughter. Who in the world doesn't know? Ling Chen's personal account is now 0, but he owns the entire Earth. Do. Ling Chen looks into Su Wanqing's eyes. He says affectionately, Mi Su Wanqing, do you take Mr. Ling as your husband? For better or? I do. Before old Xian can finish, Su Wanqing answered secretly, causing the whole room to burst into laughter. Amid a rain of petals and cheers, they hold each other tightly and kiss deeply. Just then, the long-gone system prompt rings in Ling Chen's mind. Congratulations, host. All main quests completed. The Tycoon System's mission is over. About to unbind and seek the next spark of civilization. Parting gift. Retain host golden eye and enhanced physique. Goodbye, host. May you in this world you personally bought live happily forever. Ling Chen is stunned for a moment, unbinding the system that accompanied him from a delivery driver. On his rise to the king of the world, really leaving, a faint sense of loss wells up in his heart. But soon he feels relieved, because he senses the warmth of Su Wanqing in his arms. He hears Duoduo's laughter, sees the sincere blessings from the audience below. He no longer needs the system. He has already obtained the most precious treasure in this world. What's wrong, Ling Chen? Su Wanqing notices his distraction. She asks softly. Ling Chen snaps back to reality, looks at the woman he deeply loves before him, shows the brightest smile. Nothing, just that my secret stash got confiscated. Su Wanqing giggles, leans close to his ear, her breath like orchid. It's okay, tonight I'm yours. Also, I've put the 100 billion the company made, all saved on this card. The pin is your birthday. Su Wanqing quietly slips a card into Ling Chen's hand. Ling Chen looks at the card in his hand, then looks at his wife's shy face. He suddenly feels this soft rice tastes great. Honey, let's go on our honeymoon. Where to? Ling Chen looks up at the vast starry sky. I heard the sunset on Mars is nice. Since we bought Earth, let's develop Mars while we're at it. You're so annoying, you spendthrift. The sun is just right. The breeze is gentle. Ling Chen holds Su Wanqing. Under the gaze of the whole world, they walk toward their happy future, and the legend of the strongest tycoon will forever be told under this starry sky.